I was so confused.
No, let's go. Let's go. We ready.
All right.
Talk about that. If that's where you going with that,
go there.
we going with the team. He about to go play in Australia.
Hold on.
Don't bring him up no.
He actually hasn't never had a team that is actually that competent enough defensively.
Whether you believe he's efficient or not, considering his play style, it's not.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Yo, it's Zeno. Here with HOOPSTERS podcast, episode 9, right? 9? Yep. Oh no, I'm dumb. It's 7. Good shit. We started off correct. With one of my co-hosts, Daryl.
What's good? And we got also our other co-host, Rodney, in the building.
Yo, what up?
What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling today?
Oh, okay. I'm Gucci. I'm fine as usual.
What about you, Rod? How you feeling today?
I'm good. What's going on, Go James? What's happening, my man? Salute.
What's good, James? Man, what an episode we got for y'all today. So you know what? Let's get right into it. So, there's been a lot going on in the NBA and basketball world, as we know. There's this hashtag that's been brought to my attention talking about we are done with the 90s. And me personally, that is honestly like one of the most disrespectful things in my opinion, because, 90s basketball is literally one of like the best and like highest points when it came to the game, when we've had Jordan, Pippen, we've had early in the 90s with Isaiah Thomas, and then we've had Barkley, we've had some great talent, Ewing. I want to get y'all thoughts on this, of how y'all feel about this hashtag.
So firstly, unless you want to go first, Rod.
Yeah, I already started talking.
Okay, cool. Anyways, yeah, so I think that it's kind of funny, in my opinion, that there's like strictly certain things that people are just trying so hard to push. Like, for example, Jordan doesn't have a right hand and all that type of stuff. We're aware, yes, that he had certain flaws in his game, and certain players have flaws in their game, but that's just the product of the era. And I think that's very funny that they're pushing this narrative more than understanding the game at that time and understanding why they chose to play that way. Yes, there's certain things that nowadays we took for granted. Like, yeah, spotting up for 3 is way more worth than spotting up for 2. But at that time, the teams back then couldn't shoot. So that's why. So I just think it's funny, certain clips that are just used out of context and all that type of stuff. But hey, at the end of the day, everyone likes to push their narrative. So a narrative and agendas. So I don't really have an issue with it.
Yeah, if you don't have an issue, that makes no sense. The kind of counterproductive of what you just stated. I have a big issue because it doesn't make any sense. The 90s basically the 90s has literally more of our Hall of Famers in it than most of any other era. So basically, you're saying you want to take away all our Hall of Famers for what reason? Crazy. As a basketball player, if I'm doing what I'm doing and you can't stop it, that's not my fault. That's your fault. So you're gonna be upset about, oh, he ain't got no right hand. Well, you ain't stopped the left, so why do I care? Why do I care that you didn't stop my left? You didn't stop me from doing what I wanted to do. You didn't do anything to prevent me from doing what I'm doing. So that's not my fault. You didn't adjust. You didn't compensate. You just let me do what I wanted to do. Or I'm just that good and I do whatever I wanted to do. As a basketball player, That's just what we do. If something's working, why would I stop doing it? You can't stop me. Why would I stop doing it? Steph Curry shoots threes. You can't stop it. Why would he stop doing it? It makes no sense. LeBron James going to the hole. You can't stop it. Why would I stop doing what I do best? That's why I'm great. It doesn't really make sense. So you're done with the 90s. That's on you. I mean, if y'all want to be done with the 90s, y'all want to be done with the history of basketball, then you're not really basketball fans. You're just fair weather fans, and you're here for the time being. And you really don't know what has happened throughout time. You don't watch basketball the right way. You just watch basketball to watch for the plays, the highlights. Anthony Edwards to dunk on somebody, which I'm excited about. Don't get me wrong. I'm good with it. But if he can do that whenever he wants to, who's to say he's a great player? Just all he does is just dunk on people.
I agree with that. To me, like I said, I feel like this hashtag is irrelevant. It makes no sense because to me, I've always loved the game because I've loved the history of how this game has been. And it's came down from the 70s, the 80s, 90s, even the 2000s. We've had great history of talent from guys like, Bob Cousy, Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, Bird, Thomas, Pippen, Jordan. We've had so much history of the game. And, being a student of the game is very important to me because we get to know the fundamentals. We get to know about all these legends who have made the game what it is today. And they may have not been the most athletic wise, but they were talented in their own way. And now the way the game has become, to me personally, I feel like it's about showboating because you don't see, guys play that hard anymore. We see guys in this generation who coming up to the college level where it's we just want to do highlights. And I'm saying this for the younger kids that may be watching this. I understand you like to watch LaMelo, you like to watch Ja, and like to watch all these guys play, but it's hard to, respect the game when you watch highlights because they had to know the fundamentals in order to get to where they got to, where they can make the crazy and one highlights of dunking on people, crossing people over. This game hasn't started from them just being creative on their own way. It came from knowing the fundamentals, but also putting their own twist to it. And now we see kids who, when they go on the courts for, tournaments, they try and these moves out. They look for calls like they in the NBA. They try and do stuff that they're not ready for because they just see, what they see on TV, but they don't want to know the fundamentals. They just want to see what's on TV. So they disrespect their coaches, trainers. And to me personally, I love this game, but I feel like, there's a chance it could go downhill because we're starting to see, other countries outside the U.S. who are getting better. And we're seeing players like Luka, Jokic. We're seeing all these foreign players, Sabonis, that are getting better coming into the league. And they're saying this game is easy over here. And that's a problem.
I agree. That is easy. Real quick, Mad Max Sports Talk. The guy talking, you talking about me? I'm not sure who you're talking about. The guy talking. This is the reason why we're done with the 90s. Because what? That you're mad that guy can't go one way or this guy can't go the other way. You couldn't stop it. That's confusing. You're taking away from this guy's greatness because he can do whatever he wanted to do and you couldn't stop him.
Yeah, go on, Rod.
I don't know. You want to take out all the great players? No one said anything about players not playing hard. No one said that at all.
No,
I
we're
don't
not
know where
saying
you get this conversation where players don't play hard. No, are they not as physical as back in the day? You're right. They have less rules that they have to worry about, where offensive players have more advantages. No,
I
that's not what
did.
you said.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, yeah, you come. Yeah, it was with me. So I mean, here's the thing. I'm not dissing on what players are doing, right now. I think the talent in this generation is good. But what I'm saying is y'all are acting like the 90s wasn't good. You're acting like they're irrelevant. The players that are playing today, yes, they are talented and they do play hard, but you diss what went back then in the 90s and act like what they did wasn't even good. That's what I'm saying.
If you're looking at the NBA players today, they're all going to tell you that they looked up to everybody in the 90s from what they did. Some of their best players are players from the 90s. So to just look over an entire era of basketball, what narratives are we talking about? And MJ's the GOAT? Is that narrative? Magic Johnson, one of the best passers of all time? I mean,
like even like with freaking Rodman, one of the best defenders back in the 90s, like is that what you're trying to say? Like is that the narratives you're saying?
I don't know, but as a basketball player, you have to be able to compare yourself to someone, and it's someone before you, not someone that's coming up after you.
So, one thing I wanted to say, go James, salute, nice, true the king. And then you guys can carry on with what you're saying. He says, now Rodman said the 90s was trash. Long.
I mean, everybody, like, if Rodman said that, yes, that's how he felt. Obviously, he played in it. So, respectfully, if that's how he felt, then okay. But as fans in the 90s that watched in the 90s, felt like, the 90s was a great era of basketball. There may be some players who felt like it wasn't, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's all I'm going to say.
And to further explain what I meant by we are done with the 90s and me not having a problem, it was strictly because of the fact that I'm clear and I understand what they're getting at. It's not necessarily the players in the 90s, it's the narratives brought in the 90s, and I understand where they're coming from. So when I understand like the certain people that do say it, and what's the word I'm looking for? The information and the evidence that they're using to support it, I understand. It's not like a BS standpoint, like for example, trying to tell me that Fox is the best player, De'Aaron Fox is the best player in the world. Like that, you just can't get my head around. But stuff like there's certain things like more physicality, the space, it was called spacing rules, and how they were actually better because certain things like that. I understand that certain stuff like that, if you're going to try and sell me on that when I'm fully aware of certain rules today, I'm not going to believe in that. But if you can give me a good and clear example of why you feel XYZ is worse than ABC, then fair enough. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so if I'm telling you we playing ball and I'm doing the same move over and over again.
Yep.
Is that my problem that you can't stop me, or is that your problem?
No, I agree with you.
So being upset at a player for being able to do what he wanted to do whenever he wanted to do it should not hinder how you see that player or his error, because they literally did what they were supposed to do, just like in this era. doing what they're supposed to do. It is not my job to stop myself. It is my defender's job to stop me. And if you can't stop me, that proves how great I am. Luka has the same step back. We ain't said shit about that.
To be fair, the Luka thing is kind of different because he also, the reason why his step back is so deadly is part of the fact that one, when he gets downhill, whether it's in the post, whether it's mid range, whether it's getting downhill and actually finishing at the rim, he's so versatile at every facet of the game offensively that's how it also boosts his step back threes. It's not just the step back three. I understand if it was
MJ not having a left hand, but I can get to the rim and do whatever I want at the rim, whether I'm dunking or laying it up, being very creative at the rim.
Yes. I already
and
told you.
And he doesn't have a step back.
I agree with you. I do understand where you're coming from. I'm not arguing against you. I'm just understanding why they are saying we are done with the 90s.
See, but that doesn't make sense because basically you're creating a trend that's going to continue on where, hey, I'm done with the 2000s. Oh, hey, I'm done with 2020s. I'm done with this. I'm done with that. But without any of these people before you, you won't be here.
Real question. Are you done with the 60s? Do you have issues with the 60s?
No.
So you don't have issues with players constantly taking close shots to the rim, players not being able to, bigs just sitting in the lane for the majority of the time without really being impeded. You have no issues with this, right?
I have no issue. That was the game. Why would I be upset at the game for how it was played?
Yeah, the reason why for the majority of the time people are actually complaining about the 90s and stuff like that is because they're usually talking about all-time lists and just all-time players, and they're comparing errors. That's the reason why they have issues with those things. It's not the errors in itself or the players in itself. It's when you're comparing it to other errors. That's the issue.
You're comparing players in their era to another player in a different era. So that's a player versus a player.
Yes.
Not the era itself and how the game was played at that time, but the player itself in that era.
No. Both ways. The fact that the era in itself, and also the player, the player in that era. So you're critiquing the era and also, all right, I got you, Max. But you're critiquing the era and you're also critiquing the player in the era, just like you would do for the other player, for example, in the 2010s. You're critiquing him and the era in itself. One sec. You can carry on. I'm just gonna add Max, I'm gonna send you the link.
My thing is, when it came to this thing, is because when this all started, we've had fans that watched the 90s. They never, they've had, I'm going to be straight up. They have had their comparisons where they said, well, Jordan or Pippen or, these guys were better than these guys now today. So I can say, yes, they kind of did start this debate, but also too, like each generation had their own way of how the game built up. And you can't say, we're done with the 90s basically off of what the game is today. You have to say, you know what, you got to thank the 90s for where the game has been built today. That's how I feel about it. Because if it weren't for the 90s, rules wouldn't have changed. That's how I look at it.
Rules also changed in the 2000s.
I mean, here's the one thing.
Okay.
How I feel about it, people in the 90s felt like physicality was the biggest thing. The 2000s physicality was a big thing too. But my thing is, when it comes to that, is like, yes, they were a little too physical, which fouls now today make sense, the ones they call now. But at the same time, to me, it's gotten to the point where the league is getting softer now because we're calling ticky-tack fouls. And that's the only issue I have.
I want to say that one of the biggest issues and the components of people arguing as well It's because of the fact that in this era, there's a lot of people, well, older players and older people are usually complaining about how this era is being played. And while that's an issue in itself, because a lot of people have been saying this. In what sport do you usually see that the legend of the sport are just constantly trashing the current era? Like, this is an era where you're seeing so many superstars, you see a lot of good basketball being played, and instead of critiquing the game in a sense that, okay, he could probably get into this mid-range, like in a positive way, you're hearing players like, for example, I know you guys, if you guys have been watching for the past few years, they have been critiquing Embiid. Oh, why is Embiid going further out and trying to play like a guard? Why is Embiid doing this, and this? Why is Embiid doing that? Not understanding that the reason why he's doing certain stuff is because he's playing with Ben Simmons. And the other reason is that, not everyone's going to be a big post player, and that's like his whole game. Certain players just want to like grow out their game. Do I agree that Embiid's best place is on the box and in the else court and closer to the paint? Yeah, I agree with you. But that's not what he's going to be all the time. And I feel like constantly forcing players of today to try and go back to the old times is just not the correct way to see it. And
I honestly don't think that that's what they're trying to do. Like you said, you feel like, how you feel for Embiid, his best play is down the block. I feel like past generational players are saying the same thing as like, dudes, be on the block, because if you want to basically get the points you're looking for and be effective, go on the block instead of being on the perimeter. I think that's how.
I think that's not the issue. The issue is that we keep comparing everybody to everybody else, and that's the issue. We're trying to create these lists of all-time this and all-time that, and he's great in this. And I've never been that type of person that was like, hey, that guy's better than this guy. No, this guy has this quality about him, and he dominates in that quality. LeBron James has a IQ that I feel is almost unmatched, other than maybe Rondo. It's crazy how well he sees the court, how fast he deciphers a play, and how well he can maneuver a player to move in a certain direction to get an open basket for anybody on his team. LeBron is by far, probably hands down, one of the best players at doing something like that. But when he started his career, he wasn't like that. He was more of a downhill. He was getting to the basket. People were just moving out his way. But we compared him at the time to MJ, who can get down to the basket and do whatever he wants to do, or a Vince Carter, or anybody that can just get there and rise above people, because that was kind of his game at first. He advanced, and that's what basketball is. It's about growing to be different. You can see that in how we've moved from the original, the original prototypical point guard who controls the court like CP3, to a Steph Curry who doesn't have to have the ball in his hand to maneuver and influence a basketball court. There's just differences, and we're trying to compartmentalize everybody in certain sections, and that's what's hurting us. What's going on, Mad Max? What's happening, man?
What's up, man?
What's up? See, the people y'all talking about that we done with the 90s, the Jordan left hand, they doing that facetiously.
Exactly.
They are. But the people, like, if you get past the memes and the people that's really talking about it, it's literally a response of the people, the fans of the 90s, always critiquing today's players. That's all it is. Like, y'all critiquing our players. So now we gonna go back and see the critiques of y'all players, and when we call it out, it's like we the haters, but we really just doing what y'all doing in reverse. We just pulling a you on you, basically, because y'all get to critique all these players. Y'all get to critique everything all these players do. Because 90s fans, y'all the media, y'all get all the narratives. Y'all get to watch it. Dang near. Y'all watching 100% more basketball. Like you, the guy that said we watching highlights. Nobody's like real basketball fans these days are not watching highlights. The guys are watching 2 or 3 games a night. That just is what it is. Y'all wasn't able to do that in the 90s.
You're right.
So-
You didn't have
You're
the
right.
opportunity to
And,
watch
I
a
mean-
bunch of games that we are now, but at the same time, now that you have the social media and everything's blasted, you get critiqued more. You have to understand about being critiqued more at this point in the game. Everything's going to be critiqued. The way you play, the way you don't
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
when you're not here, when you are here, everything is crazy and different. Real quick, because it's going to hit my point real quick. Mr. Robinson, I'm not going to try to say your first name. My
Was
boy.
it Cedricus?
See, that's why I didn't want to do it.
I probably got it right.
You might have. I hope so. Yeah. So you said, what's more dangerous, a big man inside or a big man playing outside and inside? Honestly, if a big man can play inside and outside and it can be consistent in both, that's dangerous. Unfortunately, there's not many players that can do that other than maybe Jokic and Embiid. But at the same time, Embiid has not proven, not saying he can't do it, Zeno. He just has not proven it that he can be that dominant when it counts inside.
And to my point too, so like what I'm basically saying of like this younger generation just watching highlights, right? This young generation, there is guys who do watch the game, and I totally respect it. But I'm talking about the ones who are hurting it that just watch highlights and then try and duplicate it when they go on the court. I have much respect for people in this generation who watch the game, and that's what I'm saying. But the ones who disrespect the game, who just watch highlights and then immediately say, "Oh, you know what happened in the 90s was trash," without knowing the history and watching what went on in the 90s, that's the issue I have.
Yeah, but y'all keep trying to bring the history and the forgetting the players into it. That's not a part of the point. Like the history, nobody's forgetting the history. We understand that these players, everybody understand that the players came before us, did what they had to do in the 90s. But to flat out like when we having a simple basketball convo. So
Yeah.
say we talking about a random player, and then when you in the convo with somebody from that's a 90s fan, he gonna automatically say, well, that guy ain't no Dominique Wilkins. That guy ain't no Hakeem Olajuwon. So then y'all always comparing us to him. So let's really get down to comparing them and see who games are better. And the players today are simply better. Like that's just what it is.
It's there are certain players that you can't say that about. It's the reason why they are the pedestal and they are the mental that you have.
Yes, the top players. Yes, the top players.
So
you can't say that.
Yeah.
about.
When you open up,
And I'll
now,
agree with you on that.
somebody says Clyde Drexler, that's a fringe thing. Like he's not one of those top players, even at the shooting guard position. He's not one of those dudes you're like, oh, well, that's the top. No, MJ's the top. Kobe's the top.
Kobe
There's
not
a big
90s.
difference.
We'll consider Kobe as 90s player.
Wow. But I feel you. Whatever. But when I don't mean
Nobody
like
in life.
I meant
Kobe
as a
a
fact
90s
of
player.
if you're talking about Clyde Drexler as the player and you're putting him in a ranking, because that's what we're literally doing. He's not one of those top players. He gets a cut down. He gets cut eventually with some of these new guys.
Yeah.
That come in who can do a lot better. But when you speak to somebody, and this is something that me and Daryl can attest to, because we used to ball a lot. And at the end of every game or at the end of our Saturday fun time, we had conversations with older players. And dog, we would sit there for another extra 2 hours having conversation with older players, trying to convince us that this was better. And that's cool. Or LeBron isn't as good as this. And I'm like, he may not be as good in this position, but in this aspect, he is great. As a contributor, as a distributor, he's amazing. As somebody who get down to the get downhill to the basket, he's tremendous. Who's stopping him? 280 pounds, 6'8". Who you got stopping him? Even in the 90s, where it was more physical, would he have gotten probably hurt? Probably, but at that many times that you're gonna stop him because you didn't stop MJ.
Okay. And to the narrative of the 90s, that there wasn't no take foul calls, and that's like what we get into. Like there was all of this stuff in the 90s. There was free lanes in the 90s for some games. There was bad teams in the 90s. The 90s, like we can respect the 90s top players We respect that. But then y'all get to poop on our bottom players, our bottom tier players, our mid players. And then y'all compare our mid players to y'all greatest players. So it's all assumed that.
But that's when you have to stop people and have those conversations with them. Like, look, you're right. That dude has to be better than these bottom tier dudes. I don't know why we're having that conversation about a bottom tier or a mid tier guy and one of the greatest players to ever play this game. That's just a weird conversation.
That's just what the 90s fans do. Y'all automatically
hold on, dog. I'm a 90s fan.
But you can single yourself out to be a number.
I know plenty of 90s fans that won't do that because they're basketball players.
That's what we trying to say.
You have to understand the difference between a basketball player and a fan. They aren't the same.
This fight is going on the internet, so most of these people are fans, right? So this 90s fight is going on the internet. So the people that's responding back are saying these things. Like when you watch podcasts, when you watch all these podcasts, you hear random player, Jordan Clarkson. Oh, blah blah blah. Penn Hardaway would have ate his lunch. Okay. Like, okay. You comparing
Jordan Clarkson in 2024 is crazy.
I'm just saying, I just said a name, just like a random player, and they get compared to an all-time great out of nowhere. And so then we have to have.
And then you correct people, be like, look, that's an all-time great versus a dude who ain't in that category.
But y'all always want to talk about the players that they don't have the.
You have to not give people. See, this is the problem with the new generations, that y'all giving power to people who don't need to have power. Like, you giving them this power, like, oh, he said something stupid, so we gotta attack that. For what?
Okay.
People say stupid shit all the time. What is the point of giving power to that?
And there's been people.
You know it's not right. Why would I power that?
That's what sells, though. It ain't me.
But that's the issue. So
for sure, 1,000%,
and that don't make sense.
1,000%.
And that's the thing. Go ahead.
To the point of, like you said, the kids watching the highlights and was trying to do what it do. I just got a question. I always, this be me. Who's coaching these kids? What generation is coaching these kids?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Because
I just answered the question. What generation is coaching these kids?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
It's the creeper from the 90s, ain't it?
Hold
on, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, because me and Rob both.
What you do when you're not being coached are not the same conversation.
I'm gonna tell you right now, from when me and Rod, because we ref basketball and we did high school AAU. So these coaches, especially during AAU time, majority of them never actually played the game. We've had some coaches who did play the game at a high level.
That's true, 1,000%.
Right. So those are the coaches who are screwing it up.
The 90s. They're from the 90s, though.
No, that ain't necessarily from the 90s. It's new era too.
That's not the problem, though. It's the ones who never played. They were just the ones who were fans. We're the ones who played. Like we said, I got tremendous respect for it, but the ones who didn't play and try and talk about that generation, that's the issue.
What's the level of didn't play, though?
Oh God,
man.
You can tell somebody who didn't play when they call for a foul when that's not even an actual foul or actual call. So let me clarify real quick. No. Do you know that over the back is not an actual call?
Yeah,
that's not.
Most players and coaches have no clue that
that's a personal foul, isn't it?
That's not. No, it's not a call.
Mm-hmm.
In the book, there's no such thing as over the back. There is a push in the back. There's a push,
y'all referees. Y'all know that.
And plus, here's
y'all referees.
You know about basketball. You understand that that's not an actual call.
Nobody. We ain't got time to study the ref book and study film.
But you need to, though. You need to know the rules so you can.
Look, the players today did. James Harden did that.
They
and
do.
He got.
Yes, they do. You know how I know they do? Because they're using every single thing that they can, especially when
and they get clowned for it, and y'all clown them for it.
You're right. They're gonna get clowned for it because it's something that's egregious and it doesn't make sense. But because nobody understands that the rule just changed, but the NBA players notice that the rule just changed. Basketball enthusiasts know that the rule changed. Real basketball players know that the rule changed. Fans have no clue that the rule changed until somebody does something like Harden, who takes about 4 or 5 steps and don't get called for it, and then makes a basket. What the fuck? What happened? Isn't that a travel? No, they changed the rule.
Yeah, I'm just saying they take advantage of the rule book. They get clowned for it by the 90s fans.
No, they get clowned by everybody because they have no clue.
It'd be mostly the 90s fans. Like
And
real
like us
basketball.
too.
No, because you say the real basketball, like the real basketball players I watch and I watch on these spaces and YouTube and I listen talk. They clown these players of the day. The real basketball players.
So I'm gonna give you a perfect example of where I'm looking at. There's a difference between a 90 fan and a true basketball fan. When we look at what is it, Shaq, Kenny, and Chuck, we watch them all the time, right?
Yeah.
Look how different when Shaq says something versus Chuck. We know Chuck's stupid. Chuck is a basketball fan. That's what that looked like. That is not a student of the game.
Shaq says some stupid shit too.
Shaq said some dumb stuff too.
Yeah, so
you know why Shaq saying stupid shit. Shaq is the most intelligent person on that panel. Are you really trying to do that right there?
They can't watch basketball like we can because they traveling every night.
He does it all the time.
No, they watch the games that they watch, and then Shaq got to enjoy his life. He got over 100,000 businesses, so he watched the games that he's scheduled to do. He can't really watch basketball like we can. So the stuff that's what I attribute it to. He working, he doing what he working. Even though he working in basketball, he ain't got time to watch games like we got.
Max, I'm gonna say this. So like one of the frustrating things for me too is that, you know, with this younger generation is I'm all for like YouTubers doing content playing pickup ball, but when it becomes an issue when you see them doing it and basically doing rules that when they're breaking rules in the game, and then you got kids that come and play in actual games and do those stuff, and then when refs call it, they get all upset, and you get coaches that get upset, and it's like, bro, y'all don't know the rules then.
Oh, for sure, 1,000%. I hate that too, for sure. I got a nephew. I got a nephew in the 8th grade. All he wanted to do is shoot threes and step back.
Right,
and
as an official,
it's bad.
Yeah, as an official, it's frustrating because you want to ref and make sure these games go the right way.
Yeah, I ain't never talked at it from an official standpoint. This is a different perspective.
I'm actually 26. I ain't 24, but
hey, okay, and I got a problem. I'm halfway with y'all. I don't rank the 90s because I don't have enough information. I didn't watch enough. I feel like it's a disservice for me to rank them players and then have them, and then I get into a convo and I'm saying the stuff that these dudes saying on YouTube that he can't go left, blah blah blah, and I'm saying that I'm just using narratives, so I don't rank them. I rank from 2001 up, what I seen, what I remember about basketball.
So when you get a chance to watch it and things like that, so do we not look at the fact that if I'm a great player, or you played basketball before, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
At least high school level.
High school, yeah.
You can tell the difference when somebody can just do whatever they want to do.
For sure.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
I cannot blame somebody for the era that they grew up in or the era that they had to play in to say, oh, he can't be as good as these guys who are playing who can go left and right when you couldn't stop me from going left. So why am I having to go right? That's not
for sure. 1,000%. On the court, on the court, none of that matter. When you ranking a player list by list, that's the only time it matters.
But even then, I was the greatest in my era. You're not the greatest in your era. You still have people above you. So you can't be above me when I was still the most dominant thing on the floor.
No, that ain't how that works.
How?
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, that ain't how that works.
How do you
if I'm gonna rank you, I'm gonna rank you.
So you're putting Dame over MJ or not MJ or Dame over Magic Johnson as a point guard?
No.
Why?
Whoa.
Because I think Magic Johnson's skills translate to any era. I don't
skills not translate to any era?
Yeah. I don't know who you think I got. I don't rank them, but I don't know if I did. I would have MJ number 3
Number 3 in what? All
all
time?
time. Yeah, if I did, I don't know. There's two people,
What 2 players you have over him?
Shaq and LeBron. I don't. I can never put two people over LeBron and Shaq. Never in my life.
Okay. Cool. We got a lot more show to do. We're gonna get into that though.
But like I'm 28 and I hear people my age talking about spacing. I'm like, bro, we had to play in this spacing. What are you talking about? Like that's like since I halfway agree with both points. Like what are you talking about, bro? You had to play in that same spacing and you did your thing. What are you talking about? That spacing, like we grew up still playing with two bigs in elementary, middle school, high school.
Even
Yeah,
college.
yeah, I ain't play college, but even college, like this is what we played with. Y'all can't critique that. Like that's not a good critique to me because of spacing. Spacing, people think spacing is 3-pointers. That ain't all spacing is. Spacing is offensive movement, motion offense. That's spacing. Motion offense create a lot of spacing.
True.
All right, so Zeno, you got any more thoughts?
Oh no, to be fair with you, that's what Max was saying is essentially what I was trying to say, but way more articulated correctly. So let's go on to our next topic, which is top 5 NBA duos of all time. Let's start off with your number 5. You want to go number 1 to 5 or 5 to 1, guys?
Let's go 5-1.
Okay, so you start first then, Daryl.
Number 5. I got my list right here. So number 5, I'm gonna go with Bill Russell and Bob Cousy. That's my 5 there because I know everyone's probably gonna say like that's crazy ass line. That's a crazy ass duo, but like a bad duo to talk about. But I think it's a good
I
one.
respect it. I respect that shit. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah, because I know there's probably people that's like, the fuck, that's the first one. But to me personally, I think that was one of the best duos back then. I mean, they did win 6 rings together and obviously had a tremendous record going like 341 wins, 120 losses. So that's going to be my number 5 right there.
Next is Daryl. No, Daryl. Jesus.
I
Rodney.
literally went.
Yeah, I meant Rodney.
He went there. I'm gonna go. Man, I got no other choice because the one that I have above a lot of them. So I'm gonna go Steph Curry, Klay Thompson at 4.
But you've said 5 already.
Wait, what?
No, you're doing your own 5.
We're just doing our own 5s?
Yeah, you're doing your own 5.
Yeah.
That's not okay. Oh, I was then. I thought we were doing it that way. All right, I was going with the same thing that he had.
Okay, cool. And then meet Max.
Why you call me that on live?
You know I love saying it.
Give me Kareem and Magic.
That's a good one.
Yeah. God,
Just wait. I'm respecting basketball right now by ranking them. So just let me be. Just let me be. Let me be. I was gonna rank.
I guess I'm gonna just do it then. Number 5, give me Tim Duncan and Manu.
Tony Parker was better.
Agreed.
Manu better, but we move.
Oh,
Tony Parker better.
You are wild. Okay.
I would agree with
today. Oh wow. Go ahead, man.
I don't see the lane with Manu better than Tony Parker. I just don't see the argument.
Better perimeter defender, was the more consistent shot creator. Actually, unironically, was the better passer as well. best playmaker. But hey.
Oh, that sound good. Watch the games. Who controls that team?
Yeah, because he's the point guard. But of course he's gonna control the game. He's supposed to.
No. He controlled it at a high level. It wasn't no simple just control the game, TJ McConnell style. And nobody can stop him from getting to the rim.
Oh yeah. We all know that Tony Parker is essentially the gold standard for guard finishes in the paint or just at the free. Yeah, we know. I'm not denying his greatness. I just think that Manny was better.
If Kyrie had Tony Parker, oh my! If you mix Kyrie and Tony Parker, oh my.
All right, bruh. We just put on a NBA 2K
matchup.
Bruh. Darrell is your fourth.
My next one. I had trouble going with this list, man. I ain't gonna lie, but they didn't win any rings together. But I think they were a tremendous duo in the league that a lot of people talk about.
Number 32.
I'm gonna go Stockton and Malone.
Oh, they didn't win any rings. Oh, I heard they won 8 rings.
No, I said they didn't
win any.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't. Yeah, accent just caught me off guard, I guess.
Stockton and Malone.
Okay. Your turn, Rodney.
Right.
Since we're doing our own, okay, cool. This one I'm gonna go with Magic and Kareem on that one. About that. Man, Bill Cozy.
Meet Max.
Let me get Jordan and Pippen.
You know what? Yeah, I have like 3 that I'm trying to put down here, and I don't know. God damn.
Yeah, I might have messed up with my 5th.
Oh damn.
I should have pushed them out.
You know what? Really? Should I? Oh wait, never mind. Wait. Firstly, before we say anything, can we use the same player with a different player? Like, for example,
my next 3 are LeBron.
I'm so done with you, man.
You see what
You're
I'm saying?
a fool, boy.
Or do you guys want to make sure that you have to change both players? Which one do you want to do?
We should have made up that distinction beforehand. Just do it.
Yeah, you should have said that before.
Yeah, I didn't think of it. That's why. But hey, if we're gonna keep it normal, then I'm gonna go LeBron and Wade, I guess. No, yeah, LeBron and Wade, yeah. LeBron and AD. I'll go instead, actually. Next is Darrell for 3rd.
LeBron and AD? That's what you picked? Oh.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Duncan and Parker.
Duncan and Parker. All right, Rodney.
Dang, that's making it tough. Okay, so I'm gonna go LeBron and Wade. I think that was one of the most dominating in their time.
Oh my god!
What are you
Actually,
doing?
I'm so cooked. Sorry, carry on.
I'm cooked too, you know.
Yeah, Max. I just realized the name that I'm so cooked, bro. Oh my god. Carry on. It's your turn, Max.
Let me get Steph and KD.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm going Steph and KD second. But I'm going Steph and KD second. That's why I was wondering, because I was thinking, I kind of want to put in Steph and Draymond somewhere, but I don't think they can actually really be there. Number 3. Bro, that just left my mind. What was my number 3? Damn. Joe, I'm just gonna say the same with Max, Steph and KD. I'll say it when I remember, but I can't remember now. So Daryl, number 2.
Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan and Pippen.
Oh, I didn't even say Jordan and Pippen either. Gosh, holy shit. Yeah, Rodney, your turn.
Oh, I really thought I was at 3. Oh, I fucked my list up. Damn. Yeah. Because I was thinking about there was like 3 different teams, and I was like, Tony Parker and Tim Duncan, it's got to be on this list. It's a guarantee.
Yeah, that's a guarantee.
And I probably should have put them all. I don't want to put them at 5 though, but it's gonna be MJ and Pippen as the number 2. They were just way too dominant in their era.
I just realized how bad LeBron and AD is. Holy shit.
Yeah, we were
What? Yeah, no, because I was thinking of them as their peak at 2020.
My man said LeBron, he had LeBron in a lot of things. I was like,
when you said LeBron and AD, I looked down at the chat and I saw Left Diggy say Hun. I was like, please say that.
Is that what Diggy said, Hun? I was,
yeah.
What you talking about? You know, LeBron and AD my number 2.
Oh
no,
God,
but
damn.
how?
What you talking about?
God damn! Hey,
all right, bro, you got it. You got it.
I was doing peak. You know, like 1 year. Like,
do I really have to go?
If you're doing a 1-year stint,
I mean, not Scottie Pippen.
That there.
Jordan and Pippen at number 2. I
I'm
guess
doing-
I have to. God
what if
dang.
they didn't get hurt?
Before you say yours, Daryl, Matt, who you got for number 1? Because I think me, you, and Zeno got the same number 1.
LeBron and Wade. LeBron and Kyrie. One of the 2. I don't know which one.
Yeah, no, I haven't forgotten.
Nah,
I have not forgotten.
Hey, Zeno, who you got? Who you guys, Zeno?
Kobe and Shaq. That's
yeah,
what I got.
Kobe and Shaq. That's what we had too.
Yeah, I got Kobe and Shaq for number 1.
Guaranteed.
Kobe and Shaq
Kobe and Shaq
number
is
one
number
for sure.
Yeah, what I was trying to do is I was trying to think, okay, I know Kobe and Shaq is number 1. Cool. I was gonna put KD and Steph as number 2, and then I was gonna work my list down, but I forgot what my 3 was. So I had to say my number 2 earlier than I wanted to.
Yeah, I forgot about Kobe. My whole list go down 1.
Honorable mention: Magic and Kareem.
Yeah, they got to come off my list.
Oh, the man himself is in the building.
The casual.
The bot himself is here. Oh, he's still muted, so I'm kicking him. Anyways,
dang, that was
rude.
No, I'm trying
that
to.
was okay. He's back.
So rude.
Yo, Justin.
What?
Oh, yeah, his mic is. He needs to fix his mic.
Dang.
So anyone else has honorable mentions that they want to kind of just point out before we go?
So we said Magic, Kareem.
Mm-hmm. I forgot Magic and Kareem. God damn.
You got what you call it now. I was gonna say Steph and Clay as an honorable mention.
Bird and McHale.
Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yo, that was my
absolutely not.
That was my 3. Magic Johnson and
I thought you were talking about Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge.
Hell no.
I wasn't talking about them at all.
Hell no.
Like, could they have been eventually if Brandon Roy didn't get injured? Yeah, possibly.
Hardaway and Shaq.
Jokic and Jamal Murray, they winning.
Yeah, I was about to say that, Max.
I'm not mad at that Hardaway and Shaq honorable mention. I'm not mad at that.
Jamal Murray
and Jamal Murray might have it, bro.
Isaiah Thomas and
Joe coming in. Jamal Murray and Jokic coming in.
Mm-hmm.
They the new age Kobe and
Shaq. And Chris Middleton.
You just said that for casual, and
you just said
I'm not saying it for casual. I hope you know.
You are. You're trolling casual, and we know you are.
If you said it for him, we might as well say for Zeno, Allen Iverson, and Chris Webber. Like
Embiid in the training room.
Chris Webber. All right, bro.
Embiid and the rest of the team.
Okay, all right.
Embiid and the trainer.
Embiid and the trainers.
Yo, that's wild.
We moving on. I don't know about this, so I'm gonna have to give it to you guys. How much bigger would this year's WNBA draft be for the company moving forward? Because of all the talent that's coming in.
You don't know?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I do not keep up with the WNBA.
If Juju Watkins win one and done, it'll change the game.
She need to not.
She don't need to, but
If she did one, then that's changing the game.
You're messed up
That's
for that
changing the
casual.
If her and that other girl from Notre Dame, both of the freshmen, they're the top
No.
5 players in the whole thing.
It's gonna be crazy. They're not gonna be top 5. No, they're not gonna be top 5.
No,
Sorry.
they top 5 players in college basketball. They might not be top 5 picks.
They not
I think
gonna be
Juju.
top 5 in
I
basketball.
think Juju would be took before Angel Reese.
I got a hot take. Angel Reese, she's gonna be a top pick, but I don't think she's gonna do that well in the WNBA.
No, she don't translate. Her game doesn't.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Her game isn't there yet. She may, depending on what team she's on, she may be very productive for them.
Yeah, she would be a great rebounder, great rim protector, but
she's not gonna be a top player.
Yeah, she won't. I just don't think she's
not
gonna be a top
not
player.
Brittany Griner kind of.
dominant.
And even some of the bigs that are there now is just like, what in the world?
Cardoso will be better than her in the WNBA, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There's so many different talents coming out. You got Paige Beckers. You got old
Paige Beckers is doing another
Paige
year. At UConn.
She doing another year?
Yeah, she's doing.
Because she got injured. It's because she got injured.
I think to
She
her,
still would have been a top 5 pick.
She would have guaranteed.
yeah.
Damn,
She won number 1.
Phoenix are getting their ass beat. Sorry, Karen.
Yes, they are getting beat up. I agree.
Nah, but the WNBA itself, I think it's going to get bigger, especially after what we saw during All-Star break of Sabrina literally tying with Dame in the 3-point contest, even though he won it, but she still tied it with him.
Yeah.
Like that just shows enough. Like she was shooting from NBA range.
With an NBA ball.
Nah, it was WNBA balls.
Oh, they switched hers up?
Yeah, they switched hers to WNBA balls. But still, at the end of the day, what she showed out there, yeah, I hope it at least like gets NBA fans to realize in the women's division that there is a lot of talent that's in the league right now and that's coming into the league.
I think they need one more team.
I think they need a couple more teams.
It's gonna be a bunch of teams. You know, I did hear a rumor about the NBA expanding as well.
I'm ready for it.
I think the WNBA, they need to focus on that expansion. Like I feel like the Houston Comets need to come back. I feel like Detroit needs to come back. Who else? I think Tulsa needs to come back. Well, Tulsa,
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. I think Pittsburgh needs a team though.
Yeah, you need to add some teams for that. You need to add at least 2 more teams, one East, one West, to give them some.
Every big market need a big team.
Yeah,
but Houston and Detroit need teams for sure.
Yeah, that's fine right there.
Them teams need to come back. The Comets and the Shock. That's the 2 teams.
That's a good look right there. These people, you need the NBA to try to throw some money at it or get some help for them, so they can do stuff like that.
Well, the issue that's happening too is a lot of these WNBA players who get drafted haven't even played in the league. They've been cut because you got so many of those players. Like, no disrespect to Candace Parker, to Rossi, and those women, but
taking up rosters.
Yeah, it's time for y'all to give these young women an opportunity to make their mark in the league. Like, y'all already did enough in the WNBA. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, you taking up that's about 10 roster spots. Like the top 10 pick get cut this season?
Yeah, then I think one of the number one picks. Yeah, a couple of them got cut this year.
First round pick. That ain't sustainable.
No.
The college fans can't even now. The college fans can't even go like the WNBA. The girl college fans can't even translate to the WNBA because they getting cut. So, like, their favorite player in college might get cut. So now we ain't got nothing to watch the WNBA for. Like, whatever team Caitlin Clark go to, everybody from Iowa gonna watch every game.
Oh yeah.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
What you just said, though?
Sadly.
Oh, all right, hold on, nigga. Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't, Max. I don't know if I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't think Juju I don't think she needs to leave college right now. I think she needs another year or two before like her game is developed. Because I'm looking at Juju and contrary to like her skill set, like as far as like getting buckets, she's one of the best. But outside of that, she don't pass that damn ball if she if she don't have to.
That's a
And
coach.
that's
We,
like
hey,
Baby.
hey, we have prospects in the NBA come in all the time with bad things. But guess what? They drafted
absolutely.
off
The
potential.
NBA
What are we
has the
talking?
opportunity to do stuff like that. The
Hey,
WNBA.
and
Yes.
all I'm saying is you get some more teams that'll change the game.
But that
These
doesn't.
girls,
That would make it the when you bring in more teams, that would bring in more talent, and especially when we're talking about college to WNBA, the opportunities start to become a little more dense, especially for
uh,
Juju, who especially being in the WNBA where you're with a lot of taller players that are going to get more shine than you, more opportunities than you. You just
yeah,
being a scorer is not good enough.
you got to work through
It's
that.
for the same reason.
You
It's
got
for
to
the
work
same
through that.
reason that if you go and you look at the New York Liberties, granted, Sabrina is noted for how well she's shooting, but Daryl, who's the best player on that team?
Who on Liberty?
Yes.
Oh, it's Stewie.
Okay. And so even with Sabrina having the talent of being one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter in the WNBA at this point, she's not getting the opportunity. So Juju, even if she does translate bucket wise
But
in the
Sabrina do get the
WNBA,
opportunity.
say it again.
Sabrina do get the opportunity. What you talking about?
No, nowhere near the opportunity that she got in college.
For sure. That's gonna
Okay,
happen.
so that's what I'm saying. So if you're not bringing something else to the table, right? Like with Sabrina, I think Sabrina is developing properly as like a better passer. Like she's becoming a much better reader of the defense in the WNBA. To where I actually think next season she's going to take a step up in like productivity and usage. To where I think she actually might have an argument for being better than Stewie because Stewie's starting to get older. I don't know if people like. I don't know if that's a hot take, but like Stewie's starting to get older to where I don't think she's going to be as good defensively as she was this past year. And they
Yeah,
already ain't that good defensively anyway. So like,
yeah,
so,
you helping my point though,
what?
because
No,
you
what I'm
saying
saying is what I'm
she
saying. So
progressing to
so
that.
wait. So do you think Juju is going to develop playmaking skills in the WNBA if she just goes in right away?
Yeah, I
You
don't think
haven't
she ever
seen
gonna have. I
you
don't think
haven't
she ever
seen
gonna
it
have
in
to
the
pass the ball.
We
WNBA.
haven't seen that in the NBA. We can't say that's gonna happen in the WNBA too. We haven't seen that.
Yes, we have.
That's
Yes,
what I'm
we
saying.
have.
Who?
Plenty of people.
Name the
Who?
guard. Name the guard that came from NCAA to WNBA that was able to transfer like that when only going to school for 1 year. It's
My
never happened.
Anthony Edwards.
He said WNBA.
No,
Yes, I said
no.
WNBA.
We brought both of them in there because he said that the NBA players have done it too. Who?
Wait, what
Anthony
happened?
Edwards going through it right now. Dame, all these guys. Well, Dame played 4 years, so that ain't the point.
Yeah, they
But
played
all these
4
young
years in
guys
college.
come in with deficiencies and get better at what they
They
what's
still
the name.
get better at what they do best. They
But
still
we're
have
in
an
a
issue with
different.
some of the
Okay,
stuff that they always had an issue with.
Yeah, but you get marginally better at the stuff you do best, and you get a lot better. Like
no, but
if she can
Max,
work, if she
Max,
get
Max,
with
Max,
people that can train. Look, no,
Max, you're
because
making the
she's
mistake.
never she's
But
never
Max,
gonna have to pass the ball at USC.
Max, you're making the mistake of comparing WNBA, like where they are now, to the NBA and where they are now. The progression rate that the NBA is at, the WNBA has, or the NCAA, women's basketball period, just has not gotten to that point yet. So,
Yes, it has.
fair enough. We're reaching a point of where Juju, Caitlin Clark, there's another big. She's a senior this year. There, Rodney. Do you the name is escaping me, but
Camila Cardozo.
there's
College level.
talent coming from the NCAA that's gonna push the WNBA to another stratosphere. But
Yeah,
for
even
sure.
them going to another stratosphere is nowhere near the level that the NBA has gotten to. So
Okay.
fair enough, she's more talented. If she just after 1 year of college goes to the WNBA, he's not going to get the opportunities. And if she does not score like at an efficient rate, like anywhere close to like what you would like to see from her in her first year, those opportunities are become lesser and lesser, especially if they end up expanding.
Well, I won't say that it would become less. I think that it would become more because she'll be on a team that's going to need something that need that type of talent.
Thank you. You're
Like,
like,
I get what he's saying.
Okay, go ahead, I'm listening.
this the most okay. So this like the most loaded college class of all time coming out, right?
For
Even
WNBA?
without her, yes, for college,
WNBA.
like, yeah. Okay, so adding Juju Watkins to it, a big name, everybody in the country knows Juju. She goes one and done. Imagine how many eyes are gonna be tuned on the WNBA all season.
They're gonna be tuned regardless.
With Caitlin Clark, Juju, I know it's gonna happen regardless, but I'm just saying. With Caitlin Clark, Juju, Angel Reese, Cardoza, Morrow that's on LSU.
You said Haley Van Lith too.
Well, yeah, like imagine, like I'm just saying, I think she could work to get better at all them things with training and the coaching.
But
the WNBA
if you can stick it out, first off, she's already making money, so it's not about the money. Right now,
no, it's not about the money at all. It's not about
she
the
already
money.
makes money.
I'm not saying she can't get better. The chances of her getting the opportunities to be better, like just all right. Her floor is already like fantastic. Okay, so I'm not saying that her floor isn't great. But what I'm saying is for her to be a franchise player going into the league, she would need to stay another year, or maybe even two, for her to progress even further as an offensive player. So when she goes into the league, her opportunity is endless. Her ceiling, there is no ceiling for her. I think if she goes into the league if she goes into the league right now, I think she will get a slightly lesser opportunity than the girl that's in Dallas. The girl that's in Dallas that everybody's like, she's like a meme right now.
Aguma Wale.
Oh, Aguma Wale? What?
Yes.
Aguma Wale from Dallas, the Dallas Wings.
She's a bucket. She's a bucket. But they're making jokes about how she wants to do all the fucking Jamal Crawford moves, but she don't want to pass the ball.
Yeah, but to your point of Juju developing, who gonna make her pass the ball at USC?
The coach.
Yeah,
who gonna make her pass the ball in WNBA?
You say who's gonna make her?
Yeah, no player is coming in UCLA and demanding her to pass the ball. In her 4 years of being there, she's gonna be able to do whatever she want to do. If she's doing this freshman year, imagine like how worse it's really gonna get.
I'm gonna tell you right now what's going on at USC. She just don't have players around, like teammates around her.
She probably will never will because the girls.
That's not necessarily.
The girls gonna see the narratives and they're gonna be like, why would we go play with?
I don't think. If I'm
USC
going
has
off
no
of that,
story women's program.
But if I'm going off of the history of UFC women, USC women's basketball, they typically promote ball movement. This is a rare time.
So they never had a Juju Watkins.
Because they never had. Well, no, because I think the head coach just prefers like a more team-oriented basketball team. It's just Juju is like that this year. I will acknowledge USC. Like as far as like talent gap between Juju and the next best player, it's a sizable gap. It's like it's a big distance, and so that's probably why she's like allowing this, because like she's their only hope as far as like getting like consistent offense. But even like on nights where Juju is off, they're chalk, they're fucked. It's nasty.
That's what I'm saying though.
So she has to be that.
She has to do that.
Yeah, so next year, I would like to think that they're gonna go into the talent pool. They're probably gonna bring in better freshmen or sophomores, another year of development. The head coach is probably gonna have a larger. The head coach is probably gonna have a bigger grasp on what she has on her hands. And she's probably gonna come correct this year. Next year, the next year. But as far as this year specifically, no, I think you should stay one more year, just one.
Okay, so we got an example in LaMelo Ball, right? He in the NBA right now. He's not getting better. You wanna know why?
The progression rate is different. In the WNBA,
I disagree with that.
If we're referencing
With what,
the
Junebug?
NBA, if we're going to
Junebug?
reference the NBA,
Junebug?
Nah. You hating on me now.
Wham!
Max, if we're going to reference the NBA, go back to the 80s for me.
But I understand the point. But that's not what the point. That's what the point. What? No. That's the point where the league is. The talent is not in the 80s. Stop that lie. The talent is not there.
No. I'm saying the progression rate, not the talent.
No, the person
progression rate
of the league, not the girls. You talking about the money and the business aspect, not the girls.
But it all combines together, though. You have to understand.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying the players are the same quality, are the same skill set wise players that the players in the 80s were. I'm saying the quality of their games is reminiscent of the stage of the NBA in the 80s.
That's because people played 4 years.
Okay.
If people don't play 4 years today.
We don't have enough teams for them to do that right now. They don't have
no. I didn't say everybody. I didn't say everybody.
But there's a lot. So right now, when you look at the NBA, you got a lot of players who shouldn't be going one and done are going
for
one
sure, 1,000%.
But they have that opportunity because they have an outlet as if the NBA I can't use you right now, I can send you to the G League or I can send you overseas. I have a team there that I can hold you.
But the girls are more advised than these guys. You know what I'm saying? As to stay in school or not. So they still got college. They still know that women's college basketball is still the king, no matter what, right? So I think a lot less girls will be going one and done than guys do.
Not necessarily.
That's not
true.
If
they had those outlets, then we wouldn't be saying that. Back then, they didn't have those outlets, so that's why most of those NBA players didn't.
No, I'm talking about today. I'm talking about today.
But that's what I'm saying. When Justin is when Casual's telling you, when you look at the 80s, that's where the WNBA is. The NBA 80s is where the WNBA is right now. They didn't have they didn't have G League. They didn't have overseas people to send them to. You just had just the NBA.
Yeah, but we talking about the progression of Juju Watkins, not the league.
No, but what I'm trying to get you to understand is remember in the 80s with the NBA, it wasn't just that the skill wise was more. They had to hone in on fundamentals because some of these people's skill set just was not good enough, right? The opportunities were slim. So if you didn't leave a first impression, to the degree of where they had like an instant place to put you in or a box to put you in, you were out of the league just like that. Like it wasn't a
no. Hold on. These girls can go one and done today.
It wasn't multiple opportunities for them for you to be able to find you a place on a team. No,
but I don't believe that it happened to Juju Watkins.
Out when it comes to Juju. Hold on, and this is how it goes back to Juju. If Juju leaves in the first year with the skill set that she has right now, she goes into the WNBA draft, and she gets drafted by a team. Likelihood it will be a high pick. They will give her the opportunity that first year, maybe even half of the second year. But if she does not progress how they want her to, that opportunity drops exponentially. Like
I don't believe so. For Juju Watkins, I don't believe so. For a normal girl, yeah. For Juju Watkins, I don't believe so. I just don't believe so.
And that's why I said in the chat, I think you think that Juju is moving the needle like that, and Juju right now is not moving the needle like you think she is.
I mean, she don't pass the ball or whatever, you have to say that, but I believe she know how to play basketball. Right? I believe in her more than I'm just not going to just judge her for 1 year what she gets. So
For sure.
I don't think she ever going to be asked to pass the ball at USC, and I think WNBA is getting to where we can say it's got good structure with these girls. The coaching's good.
Yeah, but
everything's good.
There's plenty of WNBA players that's been in the league. Caitlin Clark is a perfect example of this. Caitlin Clark is playing on a team in Iowa where she isn't asked to pass the ball at all. But guess what?
She
one of the best passes that the NCAA has to offer. along
She
with
is.
her being one of the best scorers the greatest women's scorer in NCAA history. She's also one of the best passers that they
But
have to offer. And a
she's
large
a
reason that
point guard.
is it does not matter what exactly you're
You don't
asked
have
to
to
do.
just
If
be a
you
point
have a
guard.
feel for the game, if you have a feel for the game and you have a skill set, it will naturally exude out of it won't just be something where like, oh well, the coach isn't asking me to do this, so I'm not gonna do this. No, if you see a passing lane open for you to being able to create for somebody else, you're going to create that. Juju does not have that part of her game built in yet.
Yeah, they get better with
It
they
hasn't
get better
developed.
with time. They get better with repetition. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
but
she
why
rep
would I try to do that at the highest level when at
When
the
you can
highest
just stay
level
at
it
that's
is
what
HBCU and
guaranteed
do
we
it
are
at a
winning,
lower
we
level.
are trying to
that's
win
what
championships.
that's what I'm gonna be facing for my what's the name for my career.
But if
But
that
say
deficit doesn't,
I didn't hear you,
if
brother.
that keeps showing up and it becomes a deficit to the team, you're gone.
No, she's not. I don't. They're not gonna treat Juju Watkins like any normal player that came and don't translate.
They
Her
they
name.
they they did the same thing to Sabrina. Sabrina was a generational talent when she got drafted. She was touted as a generational talent.
Yeah.
When
Okay.
she got
And what's Sabrina at
and
now?
as
And
soon as
what's
she got
Sabrina at now?
drafted, as soon as she got drafted to the Liberty, they treated her like everybody else. Nobody in the WNBA gets magical treatment unless you're just like Caitlin Clark. She's an exception probably, but outside of that, typically you're getting, you know what I'm saying? Like you're getting the same treatment everybody else gets.
Okay. No. She not. Sabrina not getting treatment like everybody else get because Sabrina didn't get cut like these girls on the that just got cut this year, did she?
I'm
Did
not
she?
talking to you, Sage.
So,
Immediately, he's like, "Let's move on to this Luka conversation."
Sabrina didn't get cut like these girls this year. Sabrina still was on the roster, still was able to develop her game, just like I'm talking about Angel Reese doing. So you just making my point that it can happen for sure. It can happen.
I mean, the same happened
I mean,
for
just like
what's the guard over in with Vegas?
You're killing me.
Plum.
I would say what's the guard Vegas Aces guy
is it-
right now?
Is it Palm? You talking about Palm? He's right. It is Palm.
Yeah, Kelsey Plum. I mean, they said the same thing about her. They said with Sabrina Ionescu in Oregon. Everyone thought she was going to come into the league, be a generational talent, but because they're in the WNBA, all the players still get treated the same way. Even though she may have been like the most talented in the NCAA, when she came to the WNBA, she didn't get treated any differently than all the other women that have came into the league.
So what y'all talking about treated differently? Like, cause
Like
these girls that wasn't good got cut.
but there were players that were good. They got cut because they didn't have any space
Who?
for them. Because there's people that are still in the league that you just can't get away from. Candace
For
Parker.
sure, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. We can kill that by stop signing them. So that ain't got nothing to do with.
That's not gonna happen. As long as she
But
want to play,
Juju won't be a casualty of that. I promise, Juju Watkins will not be a casualty of that. If she chose to go one and done, she gets 6 years in the league to prove her chance.
So what you're
anyway.
saying is that she's different, and we're
Yes,
casual saying she's not different from everybody else.
but
And
she
even
is.
everybody in the
She would
WNBA,
be the.
it
She
don't
would be
matter.
the first.
We're all
She would be
treated
the first.
the same.
She would be the first one and done. She would be different than everybody else.
I'm glad that you so hyped on her. I mean, I'm hyped
So
on her
she-
too.
wait,
but
time
I'm not.
hold on, Rodney.
I'm not
So
hyped on
she-
her. I'm not hyped
wait,
on her.
hold on,
I'm hyped on the
Rodney, so
prospect
she-
of her changing
Wait,
the
Max, so-
helping change the WNBA. I'm not
Hold
hyped
on,
on
Max.
her.
So wait, Max. So you're basically saying Juju is going to be different from everybody else because of something that she's able to do, because of the right that she's able to have that other players in the past did not have.
They have the right. Girls have been able to go one and done. There's not a rule.
No. Because but the reason why they didn't, some players like Maya Moore didn't
We're not
have
talking
this
about
opportunity.
them. We're not talking about them. We're not
But
talking about
they're
them.
the same type
Maya,
of player. Maya Moore is definitely that type of player.
Yeah.
Maya Moore could have been a one and done player.
But she didn't have the opportunity.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't. She didn't,
Yes, she
brother.
did.
She didn't. That's what I'm trying to get you
Yes,
to
she
understand. She
since
didn't have that
03.
opportunity. Just because the rule doesn't necessarily restrict you, doesn't mean certain teams are like scouting for you for you to go.
Just because, I don't get why we bringing up Maya Moore. What this got to do with today's point?
Because what I'm trying to get you, because like once again, I'm trying to get you to understand the WNBA state is in a new territory. It's a whole combination of things. It's not just the talent pool that's becoming better. The circumstances are becoming better. We're in a social media world where even the WNBA is starting to get to a point that they can't ignore it. And so these teams, scouts, are starting to look at these players in college far more than they did in the past with other players that gave similar quality. And then even if you want to argue like the talent pool in the WNBA right now, how much better, Daryl, how much better is Juju Watkins than the player that's playing for Dallas?
How much better is she?
Yes.
I think right now,
how much younger is she
is
too?
better.
Well, that the youth has nothing to do with that.
Yes, it does. Cause she
I
ain't
think
got to come.
Juju
Ain't
is better
like
than her right now.
Youth has slight. It has something to do with it from the sense of if they're giving you the same level of production, but you have the young player, you're gonna ride with the young player because the upside or the hope. Let's say that the hope you have for the younger player is going to be slightly higher. So I'll acknowledge that. But outside of like hope for the as far as her upside, why would you even hold on? That would lead even more to our point. Why would you draft her right away on upside so that she could have to do the repetition in a tougher league when she could just stay in college one more year and just practice on those exact same repetitions? Like those exact same qualities that you want her to practice on.
box office.
I hate to break
You
it to
gotta
you.
have a fucking
I
office
hate
to
to
have
break
this
it to you.
fucking box
Caitlin
office,
Clark is going
motherfucker.
into the draft. Box
You
office is
you gotta
not their
make people
word.
come to the games.
No. Okay. So why not? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why not stack it?
What?
Let's get the best class ever. Let's really get the best class
So that
ever
you could
of any
what?
sport.
Because okay. Now wait, Daryl Rodney. Now I know where this is.
Yeah.
You're thinking short term. We're talking long term. Like we want Juju Watkins to be a box office player for years to come. And so
And
if you draft her,
I think she can go into the NBA. I think she
okay.
can
And that's what I'm
WNBA.
saying. But what I'm saying is she can go into the WNBA. That's fine. And she definitely will be box office the first year, maybe even two. But after that, if she does not stay for an extra year, the quality of basketball that she will have learned during that extra year in college, her box office, it's going to dissipate after a while. And so
I
you
believe
need
she
those,
could.
you need
She
those,
could.
you need that fundamental, that foundation to stay afloat, to keep her afloat. So even when the buzz starts to go away, she's still giving something of quality. Right now, just giving buckets, hate to break it to you, Max. That's basically the WNBA at this point. We're seeing buckets getting thrown like at this rate. We're already in unforeseen territory without Juju even being in the WNBA. She's not moving the needle that much by just getting buckets. She has to be more than that. Caitlin Clark, she's bringing more than just that.
And I believe she can grow to more than just that in the WNBA.
But that's why you have the
Okay, we're gonna have to agree to
use
disagree.
that.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, let Rodney finish his point.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead, brother.
Yeah, that's why we have things. That's why they have the WNBA, so she has that opportunity to grow into what she needs to grow into. Is why Caitlin Clark took 3-4 years to do what she's doing. Like she could have came out last year, but she decided to come back.
Yeah,
because she had the opportunity to show and prove. Look, I can be this dominant passer. I can not just be just dominant scorer. I can pass. I can rebound. I can do everything. Juju hasn't shown. Like, yeah, she does rebound as a guard. Great. She's very talented rebounding, but she's not talented at facilitating. Which
she's only averaging 3 assists this season.
Yeah, for sure. 3 assists, 4 turnovers.
That ain't enough. That ain't enough.
I'm not.
3 assists, 4 turnovers. You in a deficit? No. Come
I
back
agree that
another
her
year.
game has a
Show us
long
that
way
you
to
can
go.
be more productive. Show us
Wait,
that you
what did
can
you guys
take
say?
your team from this minuscule looking thing. Like it's gonna be on your back. Like it's already on your back.
Wait,
But show
what
us
did
that
you
can
guys
take a
say?
team like Caitlin Clark could take a team and push them to higher heights. That's what they're looking for, and that's what the WNBA needs from more players. That I need more of these type of players to come in. Not you can just
How many assists?
I agree with the game part.
He only
Of it.
got
I'm
3
just
assists.
a
That's what
lure.
she's averaging.
That is Carmelo Anthony. God damn.
Ain't nothing wrong with Melo. Ain't nothing wrong. Hey, respect Carmelo Anthony.
done.
Yo, holy. Yo,
But yeah, but no, like we just need to. She needs another 2, maybe 2 years. I'll give her another year. If she explodes again offensively and maybe some or let's just say she explodes from offense, her offensive scoring and defense.
See, and that's one
I'll
thing.
put
I
her
believe her defense. I believe with coaching, her defense gets better. I just think she got the free. It came into. If she go to UConn, I don't think we talking this way about her.
I disagree.
I don't think we talking this way about her.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I just think it's situation.
Did Justin leave the panel?
Yeah, he's connected but not connected.
Oh, okay.
Back and forth.
I wasn't the best player. I wasn't the best
what's the
player.
game?
But
What's
I've
Gucci's
had
game?
I've had games with Coach
He
say.
live.
I had games with Coach saying, "Don't pass it. Just go get a bucket. Just go get a bucket. Don't pass it.
Sometimes you just need that. Sometimes you
Don't
just
pass it.
Yeah.
Just go get a bucket." Like before the game, Coach telling me, "When you in,
My
don't
man
pass it.
said,
Just go
looking
get a
at
bucket."
90s players, Sage, I'm not messing with you today. I swear to God, boy.
But we can move on from WNBA.
All right, so moving on. So we going top 5 players by position.
Are we doing just individual top 5s, or are we just going the whole top 5 together?
Not just top 5 by position.
No. As in, I got to give you my top 5, and he giving you his top 5, or we just doing a big
Oh
top
yeah. Like,
Oh,
like,
okay. Because I was like, if we doing
point
if we
guard.
doing
Yeah,
each
what?
person-
They didn't answer any question.
What? Huh?
he
what?
said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah" to an open-ended question.
I looked at, you just to an open question and didn't
No.
actually answer the question.
Why Daryl answered it because he said like it'll be like for instance, like point guards top 5. It'll be me, then you, then Daryl, then Zeno, then Max. That'll like basically give you a 5 for that position, and then we'll move on to the next position. By the way, Manu Ginobili clears Rondo.
No one said Rondo. No one said Rondo.
Yep, I'm putting it up. Nope,
Sports
putting it up.
PSP did
He
say.
definitely
He brought
said
it up.
that.
Who?
Definitely said that.
Oh! I thought you was talking about the conversation we had earlier
You
about.
gotta pay attention to the chat, bro.
Yeah, I listen.
Facts. El Zeno.
Zena's been asleep behind the camera.
Sleep. Hey man, you talk about conversations I have no knowledge on. I can't
Eating
say
crumpets.
anything. Eating crumpets is nasty. You're crazy.
Ignorance?
Don't do
Ignorance?
Don't do
El
that, man.
Zeno.
You don't know what you don't know, Max?
Yeah, man.
You don't
Respect.
know what you don't know.
My crumpet eating
What
nice.
you don't
Thank you very
know.
much.
Team crumpets.
That's crazy.
King crumpets.
That is crazy.
Bro. Respect. my
Blood
time.
waffles.
So everybody gonna give their individual top 5s for those positions.
Mhm.
Thank you, because that's what I asked.
Yeah, I was wondering. Because you still didn't answer this question by.
I know, and I was just gonna walk away from it.
I
and then
did,
see what happened.
but I did, but I'm not
You
gonna keep on
You-
saying it.
You didn't. You just named it. You just named everyone who's
All
doing
right.
it. And they
So
made it sound like we're doing 1 through 5.
Okay, Mr. Cleared is crazy.
That's
I'm
wild.
gonna bring it back.
That is absurd. Okay, so Zeno, you take care of the order and shit, I guess.
Are we doing all time, or are we just doing this era?
That's the other question I was gonna have. Yeah.
That is a good
This
question.
year? We could do this
Yeah,
year.
this year.
This year.
All right. Since Justin comes in and wants to be the big boss, you start first.
I am not the big boss. Relax, buddy.
Oh, shit. HR here. HR here.
HR.
Oh dang, the district manager and showed up.
All right, nigga. Okay, all right.
Everybody get
Look,
right.
Daryl said that he cut his camera on. Is crazy. Oh my god. All right. So just to do point guards, it's Luka, Shea. Yeah, Luka, Shea,
Whoa.
Steph.
Is he really wrong?
Luka, Shea, Steph. Are we counting D Book as a point guard?
Nope.
No.
Okay. All right.
If that's the case, we got to count Harden. It's crazy.
Harden is
This
a point
year,
guard.
yeah, he is a point guard this year.
Harden's been
Harden
a
is
point guard for like
this year.
5 years.
Jalen Brunson
Really?
and that fifth spot. I'm gonna give it to Darren Fox. Fuck it.
What?
I don't blame him for having De'Aaron Fox there. I mean,
Fuck.
What?
Yo. So we just so we hate.
No, don't say it. Don't you say it unless you're gonna do your list. Don't you
Alright,
say it unless you're gonna do
say
your
it.
list.
Say it.
Bet,
Do your
it's-
list.
Next is Max. Next is Max. I'll say it last because I don't want to go last because I'm
Flight
expecting
scores.
that.
Before, hold on. I know the name you're thinking of, Zeno. His
No, you don't.
efficiency, his efficiency is starting to drop.
Is
No,
it?
you don't. I
Yeah,
just
it's
said it.
it's starting to drop.
You don't know the name at all. But I'm gonna keep
I
going.
got Luka,
Yeah.
Steph, Shea, Brunson, and Dame.
Dang, why'd you take my list, bro?
Oh boy, you ain't wrong actually. God damn.
Why'd you take my list?
You ain't wrong. Hey.
Yeah, and that was the main reason. And that was the main reason I was caping for him for most of the season. So
I'm glad it dropped because I'm tired of you glazing that MF, bro.
I'm not. It's not glazed. Hold on. If he would have kept that, if he would have kept that efficiency, you know that would have that would have put him in like a stratosphere that like nobody else.
Who y'all talking about?
Don't worry, I'll bring him up.
No, yeah, don't worry. Don't
Next is
worry
next
about it.
is
Nobody's
Darrell.
gonna say his name. Okay.
Oh, if y'all talking about Buddy, yeah, I know who I think y'all talking about.
You definitely know. Darrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Stockton Jr.
You
Yeah.
wild, man.
Yeah, modern era Stockton. Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, D.
He said, "I'm
All right,
glad
I'm
you
next.
out." That's crazy. You're a hater. Get that hate out your heart, Zeno.
I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown.
Oh,
Huh?
What?
Point guards?
Point
No, I
guard?
thought we went shooting guards.
What are you talking
No,
about?
This whole
This is what I
time.
said.
This
If
whole
you were
time.
not clear,
Oh
I
my
told
God.
you.
Oh no. I literally said everyone that Max had on his was on my list.
In that order?
Oh, okay, and then
Yeah,
okay,
that's
so
why I
it's,
said
yeah,
that's
okay, that
what's
makes
on
sense.
my list.
Oh,
Okay.
fair enough.
Okay.
Damn. Okay, so Rodney, do you want to
All
go
right,
first?
Zeno,
or
it's
me
on
go
you.
first?
It's on you.
Alright.
It's you.
Yeah, okay, I'll go first. It goes Luka, Shea, Steph. Damn, it really does suck after this. Damn.
It don't suck. It really don't. They just all
Brunson.
jumbled up. They're all jumbled up.
Brunson, and then no, I mean suck when it. Don't worry, I know what I meant, but I didn't explain it. But Brunson, and then yeah, why is Booker not a point guard? He's been a point guard for the majority of the season.
That's what I'm saying. If he's a point guard, he has that fourth spot and move Jalen Brunson to the fifth. But if not, then that's fine.
I don't put him. No.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough, I guess. So just look before I say my fifth. Then I might actually give it to Fox with a happy heart.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm giving Fox with a happy heart. All right, the player that he was talking about was Tyrese Halliburton, and I am glad. I am so happy. Huh?
That wasn't who I was talking about.
Oh no,
he's talking about me. He's talking about me. Because
that's what I thought he was.
Originally, for most of this year, Max, I don't know how much you've been locked in, but for most of this year, I've been saying Tyrese Halliburton's the fourth best point guard in the league. Like,
yeah, I know what you've been saying about him.
He's been riding.
And then Jalen Brunson is fifth. Or Darren Fox is fifth. Like the fifth spot has always been jumbled up, but I've had Tyrese Halliburton fourth because like the efficiency he was at like crazy, both playmaking and shooting wise. Since that hamstring injury, yeah, that efficiency. Go ahead and drop that down.
He's
Go ahead
not
and drop
healthy.
that.
I'm gonna go
clearly
ahead and get
not
my
healthy.
list, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all ready for my list?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not healthy. But for that reason, that's why I put him back. I put him back down because his efficiency dropped like significant.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. All right. So number 1, you got your man Luka.
Oh,
No doubt about that. Number 2, I'm going Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Shea.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Jamal Murray. Fuck, y'all keep forgetting this.
Oh,
nigga
wow.
exists. How y'all forget this nigga exists? It's crazy. Number
Ooh,
5.
We did not forget.
No, we didn't
I
forget
don't
Trey.
think you forgetting Jamal Murray, the defending champ, is fucking here. You forgot who I am? Why?
He's just not better. He's not better than them. That's why we didn't care about him.
We said this season. That's why he's not there.
No, even last season he wasn't better than any of the niggas that we
No,
named.
no. Because when you add in postseason.
Oh,
nah,
okay.
I'll give him the top 5.
Okay.
But
Okay,
he
that's
said
fine.
we're talking about this regular season. That's why
If he
was
is,
not
he's
brought up.
fifth. Look, if he is, he's fifth.
Okay. Shooting guards.
Let's do it, Snake. So you go first.
I'll go first. Okay.
Yeah.
B Book, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Jalen
Damn.
Brown.
Damn.
What?
What's it? I got you.
What in the world was
I got you.
that?
I got you. Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
yo, bruh.
Hey,
Yo.
yo. Oh
Reminder.
my
I
God.
might have to deafen that at 1:36.
Hey, pray for Max, bro. Max just got sent up to the
That guy that came back. That was wild.
What about now?
Pray for Max.
Yeah, you good, bro. You good, bro.
Hey, pray for Max, bro. Oh my God.
And my number 5 is Donovan Mitchell. Y'all are wild.
Wait, okay. So why is Donovan Mitchell behind
below Jalen Brown,
Jalen Brown,
Paul George,
Anthony Edwards? Why?
Devin Booker.
You don't. First off, Anthony Edwards is having a tremendous season.
Yeah,
agreed. That's fine.
Honestly, one of the best of literally everybody on this damn list.
agreed.
Book coming off injury, but he's still playing tremendous, especially after he came back. He's playing lights out, except for like one or two games. But I mean, he's hands down one of the best scorers on this list.
Agreed.
Paul George. I don't know. Is Paul George? I think Paul George had an injury or something, didn't he?
It's not the same.
I haven't seen him.
He has.
So, but when he was on the court, he literally hands down has to be almost number 2, number 3. So that's why I put him up there. But Jalen Brown, first off, he's on one of the best teams, and they are playing flawlessly. He has not actually made too many mistakes. As far as Donovan Mitchell, who has played great, but not better than a top number 1 team. Like, I think Jalen Brown's play is just better for where he is right now. Does he move me if he's on another team? Absolutely not. But sometimes Donovan Mitchell doesn't either.
But so we're basically giving Jalen Brown the 4th spot because he's on the best team,
the better team. Yeah.
Okay. Mine is D-Book, sadly, because I see it was called casual smiling. Anthony Edwards number 2. God, I hate making casual smile. Anthony Edwards number 2. D Mitch number 3. The right hand merchant himself in 4, and Paul George number 5. Should I snake in Kyrie instead?
In front of, I wouldn't sneak, bro. Okay. I just want to. Okay, I'll wait to ask this question until we finish. Who's next? Is Daryl, right?
I didn't even get my. All right, bro.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'm next.
Yeah, you're next, Daryl.
Oh, okay, I thought Zeno was still going. 5, I got Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
4, I got Paul George.
Okay.
3, I got Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
2, I got Anthony Edwards, and 1, I got Booker.
Okay. Max, it's on you.
1, I got Anthony Edwards for sure. 2, I got Donovan Mitchell. 3, I got Devin Booker. 4, I got Paul George. 5, I got Jaylen Brown. I don't know how Devin Booker has been better than Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, unless you were arguing like health wise, I mean, I wouldn't fight you on health, but like just as far as production wise, he's been a better off ball player. Granted, I think it is more difficult for Donovan Mitchell to be off ball when his main co-star as far on the perimeter with Darius Garland has been out for much of this season. He's had to man the offense. So I get how from a production wise, it seems as if he's on par with Devin Booker. But when you add to the fact that Devin Booker is the better defender between the two, it's a mid off.
They moving us with both.
It's a mid, exactly. It's a mid off, but
it's not a neither move.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. But he's also been a better shot creator. He's been a better off-ball player. And playmaking wise, I think as much as you could say that Donovan Mitchell has showcased that he's able to be a better facilitator this year, especially with that underhand pass, Devin Booker has done the same. They said that he could not be a facilitator. They didn't have a point guard. Whole time Devin Booker was developing last season his ability to make for a moment like this for him to showcase it. And he's having easily his best all-around offensive season of his career right now. So that's why I think a lot of us say that he's better than Donovan Mitchell, but make no mistake about it, they're in the same tier. So you think Donovan Mitchell's better, like it nobody's going to really fight you about it. Devin Booker's 1 for me. Donovan Mitchell's 2 for me. Anthony Edwards 3. Paul George is 4. And Kyrie's better than Jaylen. I agree with Sage. So he's 5th.
Anthony Edwards being 3 is criminal, but we move on.
Okay. All right, buddy.
What are we moving to?
See, that's that Minnesota bias. We be all good. We be all good with talking ball until you start getting into that Minnesota bias.
You might be right. I don't care.
All right. We're on small forwards, right? It's my turn. Since we're doing snake, right, Zeno?
Yeah.
Yep.
Small forwards. Damn. See, this is the part where it started getting difficult because the small forwards are also playing power forward. So just bear with me. Is Tatum is 1.
Wait, did you already say your 5 for shooting guards?
Yeah. We just
Okay. I sort of God I need help, bro. I don't know how.
Yeah, number 5 was Kyrie. That's how you knew he was saying.
Yeah, fifth I put Kyrie instead of Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Zena, at least you know you need help.
All right, okay.
We've been there for years.
Abraham Cannon too.
Yeah, okay. So I want to ask the panel: does KD and Bron are they small forwards?
Yes.
Okay, so then we're gonna do Jason Tatum.
Well, that power forward list is gonna be ugly.
Gonna be real nasty.
Real
nasty.
Things that don't make sense. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be Giannis, and it's gonna be
a bunch of other.
It's gonna be Giannis, and then that's it.
We all agree that Giannis is the number 1 power forward at this point. We're just gonna let that go.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis just gets disrespected, man.
Anthony Davis is
I know the 10. I know the 10. God damn.
Actually, boy, I was about to be dumb. I'm sorry. Kawhi Leonard 1, Jason Tatum 2.
Oh no, you already are dumb. Don't worry.
Kawhi, Jason Tatum.
I can't argue with that one. I get you.
LeBron, KD. Then
KD 4th?
KD, yeah. What are you gonna argue? He's better than
LeBron and
right?
LeBron
Make that argument.
I would be interested to hear that argument actually. But yeah, Kawhi, Tatum, KD, I mean, Kawhi, Tatum, LeBron, KD in that 5th spot. Fuck. Is somebody that I'm missing?
Yep.
Is somebody I'm missing?
I'm gonna say it on my list at 5.
Can I get a hint? Can I get a hint?
Miami.
Duh.
Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy. It's fucking Jimmy. Jimmy, shit.
I know somebody gonna be real mad at that, but we ain't gonna say no names.
Jimmy, fuck. Oh my god.
Jimmy Butler, gotta get ready to come in.
Mark about to hit the group chat and be like, "Yo, bro."
Nah, for real. Oh shit. Yeah,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
This low on this list, but thank you for putting me there. But dang, you forgot.
All right. Yeah, but that's my 5. That's my 5. It's Max, right? It's Max and then Daryl and then Zeno and then Rodney.
I'm gonna go LeBron, Kawhi, KD, Tatum, and I guess I'm gonna go Jimmy.
You have to go Jimmy, right? Like that's
Yeah,
like,
you gotta go Jimmy. It's by default.
yeah, facts. Wait, okay, so why is LeBron still number 1 for you?
Because LeBron meat rider.
Okay.
LeBron, nah, because he's shooting the best he ever shot, still playmaking on a high level, still attacking the rim on a high level. He just can't do it for longer. But I mean,
But wouldn't it be
Ryan's
like
been playing better than him? You don't think KD's been playing better than him at all? Just
nah.
No, I agree with him. I think Bron at his best is he is better than all of them. But like the consistency part is the part that I'm a little disconnected with you on. Like is like this the fact that he's not doing it as consistent as you know what I'm saying the other players, like is that not
I mean,
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
doing the same stuff and night in, night out.
As consistent though, like I'm saying the consistent level that he typically did, or compared to let's say Kawhi this year. Do you think you're seeing LeBron at his best, as consistent as you're seeing Kawhi at his best?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if you put LeBron on that team that Kawhi on, he would be looking a lot better.
I'm not questioning whether. Well, no, because I disagree with that because I think this season with what Bron is asked to do is why he's looking as good as he is.
Yeah, you're just telling him to take the ball out of his hands and give it to James Harden.
You give it to James Harden to basically essentially turn back the clock so that he could be more off ball and like.
Unless
at this stage,
unless you're expecting Harden to play more off ball, which okay, but then you're literally degrading the whole point of them trading for Harden. But yeah.
I think that LeBron can play off ball. I think he's been playing off ball.
He can't play off ball.
I think he's been playing off ball a lot this year.
Oh no, we'll just disagree. How that offense looks when he's off the floor. No, they better not play that.
I'm gonna give you one answer. No, he is not off ball. He is not. No.
Not this season.
Absolutely not.
I think he get a ball up enough so where he can give it up to Harden just as much as that.
He'll give the ball up.
Effective.
It's typically for Austin Reeves closeout attack or a D'Angelo Russell sporadic 3-point shot. Like that nigga be shooting that hoe just out of thin air. I don't understand.
Sporadic. Yeah, emphasize that, my boy.
Yeah. So Bron is creating still like to LeBron standards. Is just athletically.
Yeah, I know.
He's not able to do it nearly as consistent. That's why I said I agree with you. At his best this season, no, he's better than Tatum, KD, Kawhi. Like it's no question. It's the consistency part where we're disconnecting. I think you think he's doing it more consistently than he actually is, or that we believe he is. But what is it? It's Daryl now, right?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it's you, brother.
All right, 5. I got Jimmy Butler. 4. I got KD. 3. 3, I got Kawhi. 2, I got LeBron, and 1, I got Tatum.
How is Tatum like? I don't see how Tatum better than nobody but Jimmy Butler.
And we just finished talking with Max about consistency. The definition of inconsistent. What do we call Tatum again, Rodney?
50-50 in the building. 50-50 in the building.
50-50 Tatum is crazy at number 1 right now. I can't do it. Not with Kawhi existing and LeBron
50-50.
existing too. Like it's I gave him 2. I gave him 2, but 1, nah, that it can't be Tatum. If it is,
you could. I would say 1 because of the team, but that's now stretching it.
Yeah, but you care about the fact that he's on the number 1 team. I'm like, shit. The Tatum can
He's
play
playing well. Is he not playing well?
He's playing well on the number 1 team.
He's playing
tremendously.
He's playing well, but compared to like Bron, KD, Kawhi, if they have a bad night, the chances of them coming out with that win is slim to none.
No,
the Celtics are blowing teams out, and
true.
Tatum is having bad games. That's a big ass difference of impact.
I agree with you. Yeah. I haven't gave my list, so I'm not gonna say that. I'm just.
Yeah. I think it's Zeno now.
Yeah. Number 1, Kawhi. Number 2, KD. Number 3, Jamison Tatum. Number 4, LeBron. Number 5, Jimmy Butler.
Wait, say the list one more time. You was fast as shit.
Number 1, Kawhi. Number 2, KD. Number 3, Tatum. Number 4, LeBron. Number 5, Jimmy Butler.
Why is KD better than Tatum this year?
Because I can see that throughout the season when there was a huge injury spree between firstly one. This is actually one of the most healthy KD years that we've had post injury. Firstly, that's one thing I want to just emphasize. Like he has actually been on the floor for majority of the time. 2, salute to him. Secondly, this is one of the times where he's not had his second best or third best players for a lot of the time. We do get it that Devin Booker has now started to show up because he's played 53 games and KD's played 60. But some of the times they've actually been hoping KD actually is what's the word I'm looking for? Actually having to handle the ball and orchestrate offense as the primary ball handler, and he's shown this season that he's been a competent ball handler and passing playmaker. So the fact that they're shoehorning him to be the primary one. That's until Booker got into his own, and now he's become the top 10 fringe top 10 player that he is right now. And then he's still been the heavily efficient scorer that he is. Unironically, I think it's one of his best defensive years as well because he's been really. I think he is. I mean,
no. I wasn't making that face like that was crazy. It's not crazy to say. It's just I don't know. I don't know.
I think the package of all.
No, his on ball defense is putrid.
I'm not really talking about the on ball.
But I mean, we understand like you can be bad on ball, but if you're making it up as like a off ball, like
his on ball defense has been like putrid. Like
that's mainly because he's still slow footed. You can just get burnt by most players in the league. I agree with you on that. I just think more of like as a help side rim protector. I actually sometimes when they're playing the 5 and it works.
I think Max is right because you're saying that this is one of his best. I think I think you're underrating like his Brooklyn years. I think you're underrating his Brooklyn.
I was ignoring his OKC. I was ignoring his
literally on ball. He twisting his hips and giving up the lane immediately.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. I guess I'm overstating that. But besides that, I think what he does as a help side rim protector, what he does on the boards as well, what he does when they play him as the 5, it works because he's not it works in spurts because he's not giving so much up on the 5 on the defensive end, and he's giving you a lot on the on the offensive end. Of course, you don't want to play it for too much because at a certain point, the lack of physicality from KD, the fact that, as you guys already said, he's slow at changing directions as well, so that will beat him up. But anyways, what I'm just saying, the package of what I've already spoke about KD is why I would take him over Tatum. And by the way, although KD doesn't have the talent around him like Tatum is, he's been more consistent this whole season. So
all these players have besides Jimmy Butler.
yeah, that's why do you think?
Yeah, but I think all of us have Jimmy fifth though.
Yeah,
I know.
definitely.
Yeah, actually,
It ain't become playoff time, so I'm not gonna say anything about Jimmy.
yeah. Okay. So this is the only pushback that I'll give, Zeno. How much do you value the fact that, as consistent as you could say that KD has been offensively, Jason Tatum has been consistent defensively this year?
I mean,
he has been a consistent defensive threat while giving you similar production, albeit lesser efficiency. I will not argue the efficiency, but similar production as far as like scoring wise.
One of my issues is like, I usually don't do this because I don't really agree with this mindset. I just think I don't really. It's not that I really don't agree with this mindset, but I'll still speak what I'm talking about. When it's easier for you to be a better defensive player surrounded by all this defensive talent. That's the issue.
I'm bought in. I'm with you. KD over Jason Tatum. I was just waiting for. If you said it, I was gonna look. All you had to do was say it, Zeno.
Yeah,
and I was ready to buy in.
And unironically, just called Jaylen Brown. There's been arguments that Jaylen Brown has been the better defender,
a better defender than Jason Tatum.
So
exactly.
So like even with all that defensive talent, if you're not better than Jaylen Brown, who last season you was clearly better than. It clearly shows that one, you took a defensive, you took a step back defensively, and Jaylen Brown manages to rise up as a defensive player. And two, KD with worse defensive talent, of course, is being more exposed more.
And you haven't even brought up the fact that
KD will never be the defender Jason Tatum will be.
It's easier for you to be.
I don't care what situation KD in, he could never be the defender that Jason Tatum is.
Oh no,
we're not arguing, but we're saying the level, the level, like KD is a better offensive player than Tatum. I don't think anybody here will disagree with that this year. Right,
I think he's better than Tatum.
With his level of consistency, he's a better playmaker this year. And he's even in just shooting splits. It's not even comparable between the two. Especially understanding that KD's role is much important, more impactful. If he doesn't show up, the Phoenix Suns not winning that night. Jason Tatum has shown this season offensively, if he does not show up, you still have Drew Holiday, you still have Derek White, you still have Jaylen Brown, you still have Kristaps. He has options out the wazoo that can be able to make up for the production that he's missing out on the offensive end. On defensive end, we're saying no, it's no question. Jason Tatum's a better defender than KD. It's the gap between the two because KD. If Grayson Allen gets beat off the dribble, he has to make up for that. In Jason Tatum's case, Jason Tatum has Derek White, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. Very seldomly gets beat off the dribble. Drew Holiday, one of the best point of attack defenders in the league, very seldomly gets beat off the dribble. He has Kristaps Porzingis hanging around the paint, even albeit not a great rim protector. He's solid. He's a solid option as a rim protector, and he also has another partner that's routinely an off-ball menace defensively. Not menace from the standpoint of he definitely gets beat off of cuts, but he's typically attacking passing lanes right along Jason Tatum. So Jason Tatum has really a superpower group that's to make his strength seem way more impactful than it actually is.
With all that being said, he's better than LeBron.
Well, I was gonna say Max here. The whole point he went into detail, but for me, I wasn't trying to say that he was gonna be a better defender. Oh yeah, P5, I got you 1 second, okay. But the whole point of what I was trying to say,
you want me to just go ahead and send it to him?
Yeah, send to him, bro. What I was trying to say, it was TLDR. One player has a team that actually that hides his weaknesses and strengthens his strengths, and the other team doesn't. That's what I'm trying to say. So
Rodney,
I'm
did you
sending
get
it to you right now. Go check
Rodney,
your
did you
DMs
get
in
your
Discord.
stuff off? Or
All right, I'm gonna go through my small forward real quick because we kind of hit all the people that we really need to talk about.
Exactly. Cool.
Kawhi 1, KD 2,
Mhm.
Tatum. Actually, I'm actually moving Tatum. LeBron 3, Tatum 4, Jimmy 5.
Damn. Tatum's getting. Oh, yo, God.
I like
damn.
Tatum, but I know Tatum is 50-50, and I've been calling him 50-50 since what was it, 2 years ago when they were in the championship against the Warriors. Yep,
2022, right? Yeah, it's 2 years ago.
I told that you can just can tell you. I sat there and said 50-50 Tatum all that series, even before that, and I was like 50-50.
Well, in that Warriors series, that was 0. It was 0-100. That's what it was.
Feasting.
Completely
Curry was
ass.
feasting on it. All right, so we're gonna go to power forward.
Yep.
And as we already know, the number one, Giannis, the Greek freak himself. No, we're gonna say about that. Number 2, Zion. 3, I'll have to give it to Draymond Green. Because
Damn.
that team looked terrible. That team looked terrible when he wasn't there. It was Curry and nobody else.
Is that
that was a recipe for disaster.
Is Kristaps a center this year? Kristaps counts as a center this year?
I think he's a power forward still.
He's a center.
No, he is not. He's a center.
I hope it don't start.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure.
Number 4, I'm gonna give it to Triple J. He's playing defensively very good, even though their team sucks. Trying to do everything he can. Only reason why I'm putting him over this dude because I hate him to death.
Yeah,
almost as bad as I hate that boy Kyle Lowry. But
I'm gonna get mad.
Who you about to get mad at? He is gonna get mad. He is gonna get mad. Cat, sit your big ass down. You're not that good.
Cat's in your list?
Big ass down.
Cat's in your list.
Yo, hate Cat to death.
Cat's in your list is nuts, nigga.
Oh my
god. Oh, I mean, it is what it is.
Holy glaze.
Oh
this is crazy.
Oh my god.
This is absurd.
Cat in your list?
No way he said that.
No. Y'all don't realize why he asked that. Because, like, he hates him so much.
I do.
I'm surprised he said his name.
I'm so annoyed.
I'm surprised he didn't put Evan Mobley ahead of him. I'm sorry.
Bro, I was about to put a marketing over him, but they ain't playing as well.
I thought he was a basketball fan.
I do want to say that.
I'm a hooper. I think you're confused. I am a hooper.
Oh my god!
I hate him so much.
I just realized
every year he looks real good this year. Next year he's not gonna look good.
This the one group that I think all of us are gonna have different opinions on.
The fact that I heard Rodney say what's called Giannis. I'm like, okay, cool. Zion. I'm like, Zion? And then I try to sit down and think, yo, this power forward list is good.
No shit.
Yeah, he said Draymond.
No, everybody's list is about to get cooked.
He said
Draymond Green third. I said, hi.
I sent by the way,
really
P5, I sent you the link in in Telegram.
Yo, what's good?
Yeah, man, Mar in the building.
What's good, Mar?
What's good?
Man, we just finished cooking your goat.
Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, hit me buckets, yeah. It's
What?
not playoff time.
Yeah.
It's not playoff
No,
time.
we was cooking Tatum. They was cooking Tatum. That was
no, we cooking him too. It's not playoff time.
No, we was for sure cooking Tatum, but we had to cook that boy. We had to get that boy. Had to get the boy Jimmy Butler right, bro. We had to let him know.
Wait, what did you have to let him know?
That it's not playoff time.
We had to let him know that he fifth all time, man. No,
Oh no, I'm gonna have to go back and listen.
we did a top 5 small forwards.
Hey, Mar, real talk, Mar.
He's gone.
Yo, Justin even forgot him off the list. I ain't gonna lie to you. He forgot who was gonna put it fifth.
I was trying to
We
find
need the
somebody
best
else to
small
put.
forward in the NBA.
Nah, for real, not for real, Max is taking the shot.
Yeah.
Try to
I
get that
thought
nigga
it was
any
Jaden
way to
Clark.
get him out of here, man. Come
But
on,
yeah,
bro.
Mar, for the most part, everyone had them as 5th on their small forward list.
What? Wait, can you name me 2 small forwards better than him?
Well, we counted Bron
Wow.
and KD as small forwards.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was confused because I was about to say, wait a second, if that's not the case, isn't, and then I realized, oh, you guys put him, because I was thinking also, isn't Jason Tatum a power forward?
Yeah, Kristaps a 5.
Yeah, so I was confused, but then you guys said nah, they're small forwards. I was like, okay, cool.
Okay. I could probably get my top 5 for each position down quick. Luka, Curry, Shea. Luka, Curry, Shea.
He said
Hold on, I'm doing it off the top of my head.
Wait, Curry.
I feel like he went like 3 positions with Luka, Curry, Shea. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Nah, I agree with you. Luka's a small forward to me, but at this point, man, you just give him the point guard.
No.
one said
Luka, everybody agrees. Luka's one.
That's a one.
Shea,
is a
Curry.
one.
It's that 4th spot. I don't think you like at you're
I'm gonna
missing.
go Luka, Curry,
What the
Trey,
fuck just happened? Hold on, wait a minute.
Jalen Brunson.
I can bring back.
Luka, Curry, Shea, Brunson.
Oh my god.
And then the last spot, I want to go Trey Young or John Morant, but they both like. I'm gonna go Trey Young at 5.
Okay.
Trey. Okay, no mind. Well, two guard.
Jamal Murray just
My shooting guards. I got
Jamal Murray, Rodney. Damn.
no. Jamal Murray is in. Trust me, I watched it in the finals, bro. Like he's a top 20 player, damn near, man.
Top 20, but top 5 point guard. Like I don't think Rodney understands how talented
The point guards in today's
the
league.
point guards in
Yeah.
today's game is, bro. Like it's
Bro.
really, really steep. Like
Hey, P5,
Jamal Murray's amazing.
you have a
though.
light in your room now. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the basement demon is nuts.
Yo, that's crazy.
I
Oh,
we called you
my
baby.
I got bangs now.
Yo, I was gonna say though, like Max was good, long time no speak. Casual. Was good with you, fool?
What's good, brother? What's good?
Zeno?
What's good?
Was good with you?
Hey, what's up?
Man.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm coming to terrorize y'all as soon as y'all do this first episode. With you, Mari, and H from the UK. I'm here to
We'll see when
man.
it happens. We'll see when it happens. We'll
What
see.
time?
We're still trying to.
right, because it seems like it's up in the air. I don't know.
It's up in the. We have to get a plan right. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited for that if it ever comes to fruition. But Mar, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, my shooting guard list, like my number 5 got me like looking around for names, but I'm gonna go D-Book, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, DeJounte Murray, and Derek White. Is Derek White the name y'all was saying?
No.
We didn't say Derek White at all.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Derek White was not even in this conversation.
Nobody said. Yeah, nobody said his name.
Where JB?
Who?
Wait. Say your list again.
Where's Kyrie or Jalen Brown?
Wait, is that
Kyrie's a point
context?
guard. Kyrie's a point guard. I don't care. The Mavericks got 2 point guards.
Oh, okay, if you think he's a point guard, I guess he's playing
guards.
2 guard this year. So
I know. Mavericks got 2 point guards.
Is that context? Context?
no, that's more. That's more.
Oh, I thought that was
They had
context.
2-5 already.
It does sound like a context as a comment, though. I tell you.
Yeah.
That.
What I just said?
No,
Yeah.
top.
But yeah, I have D-Book, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, DeJounte Murray, and Derek White.
It's different.
Whoa, man! I
It's
ain't been
different.
having Murray
It's
up that
different.
high, my boy.
Yeah.
That's my dude, and I don't have him up that high, my boy.
It's different.
That is wild.
That's all I can say about that. It's
Yeah, it's
different.
different.
Dejounte Murray being top
Paul
4.
George ain't make your list. That's why.
Wow.
No,
Shout out RJ Barrett. Shout out RJ
Clippers,
Barrett.
They got Paul George actually has been playing small forward this year though. Kawhi's been the foe. For sure.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like for what we've essentially said that, like as I said to you earlier, KD and LeBron is small forwards. We moved Jalen Brown to the shooting guard. I think this list is kind of cooked because we're not actually doing that actual position. But
Yeah, my small forwards is Butler, Tatum, Paul George, Brandon Ingram, and DeMar. Yeah,
Did you say Tatum?
yeah,
Oh, I
Butler,
didn't know.
Tatum, Paul George, Ingram, DeRozan.
Ingram and DeMar. Okay.
DeMar in a top 5 list.
Look. You know I don't like that Zeno, but look.
I don't care. I love DeMar DeRozan. I love it.
Of course you would, P5. Of course you would.
You're a Bulls fan, aren't you?
Dang,
Right?
5.
I'm a Raptor fan.
That's even worse.
Yeah. It's like on my personal team, I'd rather have OG Anunoby 1000%. But like DeMar is he's really good. But
He's just a better player, right?
I gotta give him. I'd rather have OG impact wise though. I ain't gonna lie, but I'll just give it to DeMar, man.
So what you got it for? What you got it for, Mar?
My power forwards?
Yeah.
Giannis, Durant, LeBron, Pascal.
Zion?
Yeah, Zion.
We don't fuck with Pascal no more.
Him on the Pacers has been weird, but I'm gonna give him. He just got there. I know who he is. He's a great scorer, a good defender, nice playmaker. It's gonna end up working out with Indiana eventually. They just need an off season to like build the team, like how the Bucks is. Like you trade for such a good player at an awkward time that you don't have the time to like get the right pieces around him. You know, I think the Pacers should be good. And for centers, I got Jokic, Embiid, Davis, Bam, and Sabonis.
That's great. That's fair.
No MB. Tough.
Well, we haven't even gotten. Yeah, we haven't even gotten.
Wait. Sorry.
Hold on. Are we at power forward?
Yeah, we
now?
haven't done power forward yet.
Oh,
Yeah, you did.
No, we didn't.
No, we did.
No,
Not
You said,
everybody.
yeah.
Lamar did.
No, Rodney, you gave yours, and we all disagreed with yours.
I don't give a fuck if you
That's what
disagree.
happened.
Bruh,
Oh
if we
my
all
God.
P5 and 10, please. Your turn.
He gave it.
Okay.
I was talking about Mar. I wasn't
This
talking about
is man. Okay, top 5 point guards: Luka, Curry, Shea Curry, Shea. I'm gonna say Trae Young.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Respect
say
Trae Young. Let's go.
Yeah, Trae Young's been awesome this year, and I'm gonna say Trae Young, and I'm gonna say. Am I forgetting the name?
Yeah,
He been awesome this year, but like, how much?
I'm gonna say.
Brunson?
I'm gonna give a shout out to De'Aaron Fox.
Brunson?
I'm gonna
Hello?
say Fox.
How much better do you think he's been than De'Aaron Fox?
Who? Trae Young?
Yeah.
I think there's a gap there, or is it better season? Who I think a better player is because
The better player this season.
then I'll agree with you better.
okay, the better player this year. Okay, I think it's a big enough gap to where I would confidently take. I'm not saying it's a massive gap, but it's a gap where I would confidently take Trae Young, if that makes sense. I would confidently take Trae, but that's no shade to De'Aaron though. It's like Luka.
No, I think they're all in the same. They're in the same tier.
Yeah, because I think Luka is above everybody else. Shea and Curry are right there too, and then it goes Trae, and then it goes the other tier of point guards, which was like De'Aaron. I was battling with Jalen Brunson, and I was talking about some of those other guys in my head. Shooting guards, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell. I'll go D Mitch then Devin Booker. Shooting guards,
Them
D
two
Mitch.
never.
I think I could just give you Edwards.
And yeah, so sometimes when I'm doing these lists off the dome, I forget names.
Yeah.
And
Them two will never escape each other, bro. D Book and D Mitch.
I mean, they're right there.
That's
They're
what I'm saying. I forget. I think it was this morning. I wanted to ask, what does either one have to do to escape each other?
They have to win a ring.
Win a title, I guess. I don't know. It's so
because
weird.
even if they, I mean, if you go by titles, I guess, but we all like our reasonings is like stuff that's like semantics. Like I was talking to Max earlier, and I was saying that like he's a better playmaker. Like not a playmaker, he's a better defender than Donovan Mitchell this season. He's like, man, both of them are mid. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I guess, but still, like,
they're both great scorers, good playmakers, good in the playoffs, great shooters. They just only difference is Booker taller, bro.
One is better. One is better off the dribble. One is better as a catch and shoot 3-point shooter.
I think one's a much better pull-up shooter too. I think.
One is a better
Image?
pull-up shooter in the mid range. One's better at the slashing.
Yeah.
They're both kind of similar when it comes to playmaking. I think one's better when it comes to getting downhill with the underhand pass and just kicking out. I think the other is better when he's getting double teamed and playmaking out of that. And I think they're both just decent also defensively. So like they just you're really picking hairs when it comes to between both.
Yeah. But if I had to keep going, I'm gonna say D Mitch, Book, and what position has Paul George been playing this year?
I say he's
Small
playing
forward.
the 2. I say he's been
Small
playing
forward.
the 3 or the 2.
He's a 3.
I'd say either the 3 or the 2.
I could put him at the 2. I'll put PG as a shooting guard, just to make it a little easier on myself. And then for the 5th spot, I'll go. I really don't want to say his name, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to say JB because I can't think of it. I'm going to say JB, Jaylen Brown. Is that certified? Is that valid?
It's not crazy. I have Kyrie over him, but everybody.
Oh, Kyrie. Oh,
everybody
you know
else-
what? Yeah, get JB out of there. I'm putting Kyrie at the 2 guard. Yeah, putting Kyrie up there. I'm taking out Jaylen Brown, putting in Kyrie. Forgot about Kyrie Irving for some reason.
Yeah.
He's a point
Small
guard.
forwards.
Shut up, more.
I'm still under the belief that Kawhi is the best small forward in basketball.
Okay.
Okay. Tatum.
I agree. I have him 1 as well.
Yeah. Kawhi 1, Tatum 2. These names, bro. Oh my god. I just keep drawing blanks of some of these guys. I have to start name searching now. This is crazy.
Let me give you a list of names.
I can give you the name.
I'm looking like such. Oh, Jimmy Butler. So Kawhi, Tatum, Jimmy. KD's a 4, right?
Yeah.
KD's a 4. LeBron, I think, is a 4. BI, I'll put BI in there. And I'll also say Scotty Barnes.
I can appreciate it.
I'll say Scotty Barnes. I love me some Scotty Barnes. It's tough that he's injured, but I love Scotty Barnes.
I'm not mad at the Scotty Barnes there.
Power forwards, the best one in the league is Giannis. That's pretty easy.
Agreed.
Goes Giannis, KD, LeBron, right? That's 3.
Yeah.
Let me look on the internet real quick.
You got Paulo, Cat, Draymond, Jaren Jackson, Zion, Pascal.
Yeah,
Okay.
See, that's the name that I was surprised that you didn't say, Rodney, is Paulo.
Yeah.
As much as I glaze Paulo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I think because if I have LeBron at 3, and if
Because
I
I think
up,
the same arguments you can make for like the reason why.
I'll put Paulo 5.
yeah, I'm gonna say it. Okay.
Well,
One.
I would have to change my
Draymond.
list
It was a
if we're
Draymond.
doing it that way.
Yeah, it
If
was a
we're doing it that
Draymond.
way,
part.
I'd have to change my 4 list.
Yeah. One Giannis.
I agree with him. Giannis is 1, KD 2, Bron 3.
Yeah. One Giannis, KD 2, Bron 3, Zion 4, Cat 5. That's what I'm going with for the power forwards. And for the centers, it goes Jokic, then Embiid, then AD, and then Bam, and then Gobert. That's what my top 5 centers is.
Cool. That's solid.
Yep. Five.
Gobert and Bam, I really want to put Gobert at 4, especially if it's this year. But I'm just going to keep Gobert at 5 for right now. I'm
Good
keep Gobert
decision.
at 5.
Yeah, good decision.
Shut up.
Miami over here.
Yeah, that's what. But yeah, that's kind of my. Those are my rankings, I think, for sure. And I'm gonna just throw this out there. Luka should be the MVP, but he's not gonna get it. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But
Yeah, what is that title? Luka's not top 5.
Oh,
because it's
that's going.
AI.
That's for the show that's coming right after this. P5, you got time?
oh, I got plenty of time.
Oh,
Plenty of time. Nothing but time.
All right.
Oh,
I did see the title. That's why I wanted the link so badly. I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
Luka, not top 5.
I got some propaganda I need to push.
Oh, for
At
sure.
least he
we
knows
love
how to
propaganda here.
Real
Man.
quick, real quick, casual. Does it have anything to do with the Mavericks being the 8th seed?
Slightly, but more of
Okay.
his individual impact.
All right. So it's not just because the team's losing right now. Okay.
Yeah, no. Because I even like I do think like injuries have something to do with the situation that they're in and coaching. Like me and Zeno was talking about it. Was it yesterday or was it Friday?
Yesterday, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of Jason Kidd's like offensive sets is just it's ridiculous. But
He has offensive sets.
exactly. Exactly.
Real quick.
Wait. You mean they actually run plays offensively?
Wait, you mean Jason Kidd is actually a coach? Oh, shit.
Hey. The only offensive set
That team gets coached?
is throw ball to Luka. I thought the offensive set was throw ball to Luka, throw ball to Kyrie.
That's literally what it is. He did the same
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, whenever I'm watching the Mavericks, I'm seeing, hey, just give the ball to Luka and see what he does with it, and that's kind of what I see. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Luka.
No, it's I mean, I can lay the format. I can lay the format for you guys now. Well, because we got just a little more. We got some more topics we need to get through for this episode. But Stellar Buckets is coming right after this chat, so just hold tight. What else have we done? Oh, the Isaiah Thomas situation. Is anybody privy to what Isaiah Thomas said about Curry?
Oh, the Pistons, Isaiah Thomas, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were about to talk about Isaiah Thomas signing a 10-day contract with the Suns for a second.
That's what I thought he was about to say too.
No.
I thought that's what we were about. I thought we were about to talk about that for a second. I was about to say
Isaiah thinks that Curry is not a.
What did he say though? I don't know what he said.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the quote right now. Yeah,
he said he's not a point guard in his own opinion.
Essentially, basically, we're going back to the.
He's not a point guard because he doesn't dribble the ball 30 times a game.
Bingo. Okay, so the quote says, you guys can see the quote?
Yeah.
Okay, so the quote says, Isaiah Thomas isn't considering Stephen Curry in the GOAT point guard debate well because he doesn't consider him as a point guard. He says, quote, on the Warriors, you, Draymond, he was talking to, are the point guard. You have more assists than Steph. You run the show. Steph comes off the screens. He catches and he shoots. He's one of the greatest shooters ever. I won a different way. As a point guard, I led my team in scoring and assists to back-to-back championships. Okay.
No one cares about that Detroit Piston-ass team.
There's so many things wrong with this quote. Because if I'm correct, was he really a point guard by that definition? Like, sure, he led his team in assists and scoring, but like if we're going based off the idea of like scoring, like leading your team. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Steph is not a floor general.
Essentially,
essentially what they say.
I can get with that. He's not a floor general. Okay.
Yeah, he is. Steph is just so good at that's what he's like second best at.
Well, if you consider John Stockton a floor general, I don't think Curry's that. So I mean, I guess if you're getting into the terminology of it, whatever. But he's a point guard to me. I've always found the reason people say he's not understandable but dumb, if it makes sense.
Steph Curry is best when he's doing shooting guard shit.
Yeah, I guess.
Agreed. Agreed. I think, but okay. This is my thing. This is my thing. I know what you mean, which is why I say I agree that he does. He's better when he plays off ball. He's more impactful when he plays off ball. My whole thing is, why is it in this day and age are we still stuck on just putting responsibilities to a certain position? They didn't do that with Elgin Baylor in the 60s.
I mean, but that's
so why are we doing? They didn't do it. They didn't do it with Oscar Robertson in the 60s. So, like, why are they doing it? Why did they start it in the 90s with John Stockton or the 80s with John Stockton and Magic Johnson? Like, why did they start it then? These responsibilities go to whoever can do it. Is Oscar Robertson and who else you said Elgin Baylor is there in the GOAT point guard conversation?
Neither is Isaiah Thomas. we talking about?
I know it.
No, Oscar Robertson. Oscar Robertson.
I don't
Oscar
think there's
Robertson
one
is Oscar Robertson is in the GOAT conversation. In the GOAT point guard conversation. Yes.
Nah, never
And he
heard
was
an
and he
argument
was
for
and
Oscar
he was
Robertson.
and he was a what?
I've never heard nobody argue for Oscar
I've heard
Robertson.
people put Oscar in like the top 5, top 4, but I've never heard
Oscar
anyone try to
Robertson-
put him
Oscar
over.
Robertson in my
Not
top
the
five.
Magic.
we
Yeah,
already
Oscar
know who the
Robertson's in my
greatest
top
point
five
guard of all
guards.
time is, Magic. So
Yeah,
we
that's
know
what I'm saying.
with Magic, he is he's that guy. We know
I think
that.
it's Curry, me personally, but you know, it is what it is.
I mean, my whole thing.
Are we-
We're going to arguing about. I'm saying the reasoning, whether you have Curry as like the GOAT point guard or not, that's neither here nor there. Why are we just saying because he doesn't do this at this position? That's the dumbest argument to me.
Yeah, I don't agree with
because
that.
you don't do
Because
that.
what
for
other
any
point guard?
position.
Because
Hold
what?
on. James
My fault,
Harden.
my fault, my
James
fault, my fault.
Harden. James Harden. For most of the prime that we remember him for, was a offensive, like he was an offensive weapon. He was a playmaker along with his scoring. But we're not going to look at him and say he's a point guard. We're not.
I think he'll better point guard than Curry.
I think we were straying away from the conversation a little bit, but I actually would say I think it's an argument where you can't really call Magic a point guard because I think Magic is
He's a
more of
power
a point.
forward.
I think it's more of
Yeah.
a point forward.
Exactly, Zeno. Exactly.
He is
How many
6'9".
point guards do you see playing out of the post like Magic did? I mean,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Very
The
few,
only-
but
the
there's
only other
been
one-
examples.
There's only another one which I can like vividly remember, and his reason isn't even that he was that offensively talented. That's the reason why he played in the post. And I'm talking about Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is the one that played in the post as well, but his reasoning is because he was just trying to get closer to the rim. That's the whole reason. It wasn't really for jump shots.
Darren Williams played in the post.
Jason Williams.
Darren
Williams. Okay.
There's been a lot of big body
My
point
whole
guards that
thing
played in
is
the
like
post.
you're penalizing. They're penalizing players for their play style because they have this idea, this idiotic idea that a position is supposed to be played a certain way, and that's just simply not true. There's different ways to skin a cat. That's been the case throughout NBA history. So I don't
I mean, look
understand.
at the power forward position. I mean, it's completely changed.
Yes,
Sorry.
like you don't like Jokic. Jokic is not your prototypical center, albeit he can be able to create in the post on a consistent basis. You could say the same for Curry. Curry has years where he was far more on ball than he was off ball, and he did just fine in that role. Like it's not. I don't think.
How impactful was it?
Say it again.
How impactful was it?
That team got to the second round one year, didn't it?
In 2015, it led to a championship. In 2022, it led to a championship.
The 2022 one round led to a championship.
No.
Because he was playing on ball a lot.
He was on ball.
He was not on ball the whole
He
season.
was on. Yes, he was. He was more dominantly on ball in 2015.
He always had him being off ball is like he always had the ball a good bit. Not a good bit, but he always had the ball. So I do consider him a point guard. But I can see what they're saying about he don't have like I don't care what y'all say about it's dumb to have a narrative. That's the way the game is learned. Y'all are trying to change the way the game is learned from ground A all the way to the NBA. The game is learned that the point guard needs to be the facilitator. He needs to get everybody involved. We gotta shoot the ball.
Sorry.
Well, I think
What?
the game.
No, it
the
hasn't.
game
No, it
has
hasn't. No, it hasn't.
The game
No, it
has
hasn't.
changed.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
Especially
No,
in
it
the
hasn't.
NBA.
Not on
because
all
you
levels.
can't just be okay. Not
Not
on
on
all
all
levels. Fair enough, because they don't have the what's called the composite shooting that they have at the NBA level, and the rules what's called in the NBA isn't strictly the same as other levels. But when we're talking about the levels in the NBA, you being a facilitator is it to be like, for example, John Stockton in this league is much harder unless you're something like Tyrese Halliburton, which you are a very consistent and a threat from scoring, because the whole notion of okay, I'm gonna play make for my team and then get my shot when it can, that's pretty much died out in the league. Because really sit down and think about it, who outside of Tyrese Halliburton, who is really like a pass first point guard in the league?
Okay. Them guys have the ball in their hands.
You
Steph
got a
is
couple
running.
Zealand.
Steph is running around the court without the ball. Like what point guard in the top 10 point guards of history have ever got to do that? Run around like Rip Hamilton and be classified as Chauncey Billups.
What other point? That's a bad example, man. In my opinion,
It's not.
Max. In my opinion, you are who you guard. Okay, like
He
that's
don't
just-
guard
it's as simple
nobody.
as that.
Nobody's guard their position. He don't guard the point guard.
Curry, look, what do you mean? So you telling me
Curry don't guard
guards?
the point guard
So he guards centers.
unless
He
he's a
guards
weak
shooting
ass
guards?
point guard.
You think he guards shooting guards, man?
He guard the weakest perimeter player on the court.
Yes, of course. Why would he guard the strongest one when he has Klay Thompson next to
Okay,
him?
so if
That
it's
is
a point guard,
dumb coaching
if it's a
decision.
point guard, it's Steph Curry guarding De'Aaron Fox.
At spurts of the game, yes, Curry will guard De'Aaron Fox. Is he going to lock him up? No, but that's who he guards because Stephen Curry is a point guard.
Using a point about who you guard is a bad point because
How
the best defender guard, Draymond Green has been matched up to start the game on the 2 through the 5 any night. So he guards the 2 through the 5.
He's also guarded.
He guards the 3 to 5. He could guard 1 through 5, but he just doesn't because he has Klay Thompson.
I'm just talking about primary matchups. He has been matched up through the 2 through the 5 throughout his career.
All right, and that's why he's looked at as a 4. And
He's not looked at as a 2 through the 5.
Curry guards 1s and 2s. So guess what? You look at him as a guard. You are who you guard. It's that simple. Luka Doncic.
Curry guarded J.R. Smith for a whole series.
I got a question. Is Magic Johnson a point guard?
Yes.
But he plays in the post. He does hook shots. That's unorthodox as a point guard. You said that the way Curry scores is unorthodox as a point guard. It's the same way for Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he's
what about
scoring
Luka
with the ball in his
Doncic? Luka
hand.
Doncic scores in the post. Like
They are. Yes, you are talking about the guys that are the main facilitator and the main scorer. Steph Curry is not the main facilitator of his team.
Why is he not the main? Why does he have to be the main facilitator? Why does he? Why is that idea? Why is that idea?
That's just what a point guard is.
Why? Okay. I hate
That's
to
just
break
how
it.
the game is learned. I don't care
not
if y'all
have,
trying to change the definition.
John Stark
because
was not the lead facilitator. Like Kevin Johnson was not the lead facilitator. These are players that they do what they're asked to do based off of their skill set. If you're an amazing scorer,
they do it with the ball in their hands. They're not asked to play Ray Allen role.
He is one of the greatest shooters and one of the greatest off-ball threats we have ever seen in your lifetime. And so if that is the case, you're going to do what you're asked to do, regardless of what position you play.
Yes, he's going to be asked to play like a shooting guard.
Oh my God! No other position gets this type of like.
Yes, it does.
Like you don't do this.
Yeah, because
even power forwards
positionless basketball right now, and we don't.
We are not. We are not.
We are not what? We're not.
No such thing as positionless basketball.
That's what we're.
We just sat here. We just sat here. Me and Mark just sat here.
Yes, LeBron is an anomaly. Name another point forward.
Wait.
Chat. Hold on. Zeno,
that's
go.
literally what we're trying to talk about when it comes to Steph. Steph is an anomaly. That's why he's still a point guard.
But no, because he don't do anomaly shit. He don't do point guard.
What?
Is LeBron
he's gotta do it.
Is LeBron a point guard?
I consider LeBron more of a point guard than I do Steph. Yes.
No. That's not the question. Is LeBron a point guard?
No.
Okay. Is he the lead facilitator on every single one of his teams?
Yes.
Okay.
So how is he
you
still
understand?
a small forward?
You understand?
Wait, so how is he still a small forward?
Okay, LeBron can be a point guard. He's the greatest point guard of all time. we just discovered the greatest point guard of all time.
Oh my God!
Okay, that was pretty funny. I can't lie. That was pretty funny.
LeBron played off ball a lot of his career. LeBron played off ball a lot of his career.
No,
he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Even in Miami,
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Miami.
Okay.
LeBron didn't.
I will say, not a lot of it, but a good portion.
Not a lot of it, but a good chunk of his career I'll rock with. But a lot of his career, come on now.
He didn't start playing predominantly on ball until like 2018.
But even okay. Because now I understand. Max is just creating an argument for the sake of creating an argument. Look, Curry is in the case of Curry, like every other all-time great at
We're
their
done with
position,
the 90s.
he breaks the mold. We are for sure done with the 90s.
You can't break the mold of a position that already when there's a mold for the position already.
Because he broke the mold based off of his skill set. You have never seen a point guard be as elite and impactful as an off-ball threat as Curry is.
We've seen a shooting guard.
Along with say it again.
We've seen a shooting guard.
And that's why they just throw him in that box. Because everything he does is stuff that you see from guards while also providing you point guard level playmaking. And so because the most impactful thing that he brings to the table is stuff comparable to a certain position where certain archetypes are usually within that position, that's where he goes. And that's bullshit because Curry is a point guard because when he's asked to play on ball, he's more than qualified to do it. He's just as, if not even more qualified than some of the greatest point guards we have ever seen. But yet, because he is more impactful and he is the gold standard when it comes to off-ball play and shooting, and that typically is within the realm of a shooting guard. Now we're just going to throw him in that box. When no, he is playing the point guard position. He's just playing it a different way. And so for that, stop penalizing niggas.
Okay, so y'all just doing positions by size. Okay.
No, we're doing
Who's the point guard out there?
Okay, all right.
Next.
Yeah.
Max, who's the point guard out in Chicago right now?
Let's move on. Zeno, what else we got?
Yeah, let's move
Hey,
on.
what? Did you bring up the Chicago Bulls?
Move on. We moving on.
All right. We got one more topic.
One more topic is
yeah.
Do you want to do the Paul Pierce and LeBron James rivalry, or do you want to just go to the YouTube segment?
Yeah, we could do that real quick. It'll be real fast. I just want to get you guys' thoughts on something that Paul Pierce said.
What was Paul Pierce's what was your favorite?
You didn't send that to me. I needed to hear that. I didn't hear that.
Oh, I have many favorite Paul Pierce quotes.
So the quote from Paul Pierce was, "I wouldn't be who I am today without Bron." And I will say that for the simple fact that I had some epic games against him. Did I ever hate Bron? I never hated Bron. I always respected him. It's just that me and in the heat of the battle on the court, we are no friends. They always come as I'm a Bron hater, but I appreciate that he has done to the game, what he has done to the game. Paul Pierce was referring to LeBron James. So I just want to ask you guys, what is your most fond memory of the LeBron and Paul Pierce saga?
I'm gonna go ahead and take a step back from this one because I'm 18 years old and I have no memories of that rivalry.
Oh, I thought he was making a reference. Oh, never mind.
No.
I ain't gonna care. That one game.
I didn't remember that was a rivalry. I couldn't even see that as a rivalry.
It was a mid rivalry, but it was a rivalry nonetheless.
I never
that game. That one game where he hit that pull up over LeBron, that hurt my heart.
LeBron and I think it was game 5. Wasn't it? Game 5.
Yeah, that hurt my heart.
I can't.
Game 5 was that the one he was with the
Heat?
He was with the Heat, and they went up against the Celtics, and
they was battling their whole.
They were going. They
was battling, and he just pulled. I knew he hit it too. Everybody in America knew he hit that shot when he left his hand. It was so pretty.
It was people don't give Paul Pierce enough credit for his game. A large reason is still because he just talks too much shit. But
because he a hater, he a LeBron hater. I don't know why he tried to hide the face.
He does hate.
Him and KG must be getting paid by
you playing on the court. You ain't hating that dude.
No,
it's not. You said it's the heat of the battle. I don't dislike you.
No, Paul Pierce.
It's the stuff he said all the way up to this point.
Yes, it's some stuff he said post retirement where like it's sort of it puts a blanket over what he did in his time in the league because like he just keeps on going back to
shots at LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron.
I will never forget that conversation with him. I think him and KG when they're like,
Oh yeah. So when we broke LeBron and he had to go
No,
to Miami, I was like, all right, bro.
Like, all right, gang. I guess.
When we broke LeBron.
Yeah, we sent him. KG said we sent him packing. We sent him over there to Miami.
But
I mean, are they
hey,
wrong
respect
though?
That's how
They are,
KG,
bro.
that's how KG is.
All right, I guess they were wrong.
respect to KG though. KG coming out as one of the players from the '90s. He's coming out and showing a lot of new players a lot of love. I respect to KG though. He ain't trying to tear down today's game. I respect him for that.
I mean, KG loves LeBron. Last time I heard KG
Well, I
talk,
didn't
he
hear.
said
Yeah, I
LeBron was
didn't hear
top
you
5.
guys'. I didn't hear you guys' take on that topic.
On what?
On the we done with the '90s movement. I ain't hear that. I'm gonna have to play that back.
You have to play that back because I don't want to get back into that.
We done with the 90s.
We are done.
We
with
done.
Y'all
We done with the
that,
'90s narratives. We
Yeah,
done
we
with the narratives of the '90s.
Yeah. I think that is a well. Yeah, I think the movement is starting to get back like on the right track, but
it got off track.
Yeah, it took a left to like just hating on
Michael Jordan.
Who are you fighting right now?
What?
Who is Sage fighting right now, dog?
Sage said he can't beat all 5. Oh no. That's what KG said. KG said that's what KG said. Him, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce was all looking at each other like he can't beat all 5 of us. But in the same breath was saying we sent him packing. I don't know. It
was crazy. It was wild.
It was crazy. But my favorite memory, I ain't gonna lie to you. It was 2012. I think that's a large, like that's a chunk of my childhood. That 2012 run when LeBron in Game 6.
Yes.
Cut straight to that man.
Yes.
Paul Pierce's face.
He looked like he was in the
LeBron meme where he looked like a demon.
Yes, bro was in go mode, bro.
Yep. He took his headband off and all in the fourth quarter.
That's the greatest game I ever seen from a player.
That's LeBron's greatest game of his career against Paul Pierce.
It's up there. It's up there.
The best. It's the best.
Yeah, it's up there.
The only Paul Pierce
memory. The reason why I wouldn't say it's the best is just because it could be a little bit of bias. The greatest game I've ever seen was that Giannis game against the Phoenix Suns in 20.
I remember that too. I remember
That's
that
the block
too. I'm talking
game
about greatest
too,
LeBron game. I'm talking about
the only memory I have of Paul Pierce of in the moment live and not going back and watching was I'm pretty sure he had the first ever playoff buzzer beater I ever watched live, which was against the Hawks.
When he was on the Wizards?
Yeah, I think that's the only Paul Pierce memory I have really that I can remember that I can think of.
I call game.
Yeah.
I call game.
I call game.
I didn't call Bink. I call game.
Yeah, I think that was like the first ever playoff buzzer beater I watched live.
That year in the first round, it was hella buzzer beaters. I remember LeBron had one, Derrick Rose had one, someone else too.
I wasn't even watching basketball like that though. I just walked into the living room, I think, and I just saw it happen. That was the crazy part.
I feel you. But Justin, finish off what you were saying about the Game 6.
Basically all I was saying was he looked possessed and then backdoor and he ends up like torching the Boston Celtics. Really Paul Pierce that entire like duration of the first half. Like a lot of people like they go to how like the Celtics game was like it was close in Game 6 and they needed every bit of that 56, which they did. I'm not fighting that. But man, I just got the feeling while watching it, even though the score looked like the Celtics could make a push, it never felt like the Celtics had a chance. Not with the way Bron was playing. Bron had his 3-point going. He was hitting tough mid-ranges after tough mid-ranges. And he was a monster on that glass.
Mm-hmm.
Like KG couldn't move him. That's how tough he was in the paint. So it was like my favorite memory of that of that whole hold on real quick. My favorite memory of that whole rivalry was just what Paul Pierce did to LeBron's mentality. Because I don't think anybody outside of Kobe, which he never got to meet in the playoffs, unfortunately. I don't think anybody else had the level of cockiness and swag that was going to irk LeBron's nerves except for Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce he was talking shit to Bron. He was one of the very few that was talking shit to Bron while also giving him like a reason to like respect.
Yeah.
Like it ain't too many people that forces LeBron to have to pay attention to him, and Paul Pierce was able to do that.
Yeah.
That's me.
Because I had the same choice as you. Game 6 in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2012. We were down 3-2 to the Boston Celtics. So this was at that point of LeBron James' career, the biggest game of his career because he just came from that Dallas Mavericks meltdown and we were losing to the Boston Celtics. And this was an elimination game. And he went out and dropped 45 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 70-something% from the field. And at the end of the game, he literally took over.
Casual.
Like that game was
private chat.
Oh yeah, I'm checking.
Bro, that game is to this day LeBron James' best game of his career, and it was the most important because if he lost that game, his career he would have had one less ring. The first 2 years in Miami would have been a failure, but instead he sat there and he bitched Paul Pierce straight up, bro. My fault for not having a better way of saying that, but
nah, he really did. It was one of them. It was that from that moment on, you never questioned. I think none of us have ever questioned like Bron's mentality or his mental strength since then. Because that moment, I ain't gonna lie to you, if narrative wise, if he loses that game in game 6 to the Celtics, which they had all the reason to, we don't have Bron nowhere near our top 5.
He's not in GOAT conversations for sure.
It's no way he can be able to.
He has one less ring. He lost 2 years in a row with a super team. It
was all the reason. It was all the reason to like for him to like I want to say crumble beneath the pressure. So the fact that he like legit came in and was like, nah, I'm finna put forth my best performance yet.
He would have had the "Can you win with LeBron James" comments.
No,
like you see a winning player.
Yeah.
That's
like
crazy.
He didn't have the like you see how Ticket be saying he ain't got the killer mentality like Jordan. He got the killer mentality like Kobe. Boy, he would have been straight. He would have cut all the pleasantry. He would have, bro. That man a bitch.
He would have had the like Zach LaVine aura around him. But you got nice stats, but you can't win.
Yeah,
hey, but he won. So shout out, Bron.
Yeah, he did. Shout out, Bron. Shout out, Bron. All right, that's gonna wrap it up. You guys want to go ahead and just dive straight into the next show, or y'all wanna take a quick break? It's not gonna be a super long show. I just want to give my piece and allow everybody to be able to get their rebuttals, and then we'll see where it goes. It shouldn't be a super long show.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Okay. Zeno, you wanna just go ahead and get into the new show or what?
Yeah, let me just get this off. All right, so thank you all for coming through. I will change that episode. For some reason, I still have it as 9. Good job, me. It has been episode, what's called Hoopsters Podcast, episode 7, with me, Casual, Mr. Cleared himself, Mar, and P5.
You are
Thank you for coming through.
You are hilarious. You're hilarious, Kay.